Boys in the back. Boys.
What is good? We are back with another episode of The Boys in the Back, coming to you live from New York City on this Thursday, July 23rd. I am one-third of The Boys in the Back, Connor Burks. Joined alongside me, as always, it is Mr. New York Greg. Frank in the back. How we doing, Frank? Hey!
Doing great, man. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. What'd you think of the lunch today, Frank?
That was amazing.
Yeah.
We had some maki hand rolls and some, as they call them, cut-ups, but they were really just sushi rolls.
Yeah,
Go to
man.
the bathroom. I'll be right back.
No, man. I was listening. I didn't have the sushi, but I had something else. It looked delightful. It looked like you really enjoyed it. Fuel for what is sure to be a fantastic show in store. And boy, do we have one for you. You know, we'll do the prediction pals. We'll do your voicemails. We'll do your super chats. We'll do our pound for pound rankings. This week it is chips. We'll get into the reasoning for that later. And then we got about 800 combat sports events to get into. We're going from the Middle East to Abu Dhabi, I guess that's the same place, to Uruguay, to Miami, to Washington, D.C., to Australia. We're all over the map this week. We will get into all of that in due time. But before we do get into that, I want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Kalshi, the largest prediction market in the United States. Here's what makes Kalshi different. You're not playing against the house. Kalshi is peer-to-peer trading. You buy yes or no contracts on whether something will happen, and you're trading directly against other users. Think of it like buying or selling a stock. The line isn't set by some algorithm working against you. Public opinion sets the price. Kalshi is CFTC certified, federally regulated, which is why it's available all across the country, including California and Texas. Download the Kalshi app and use code BITB to get $10 when you trade $10. Make predictions, sign up and get $500 when you trade $25 today. I'm reading the old read. That is on me. Kalshi has made it that much better for you. You get $500 when you sign up and trade $25 today. Make sure you use code BITB. That's KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade what's next. All right, before we get into the combat sports this weekend, let's get into some news and notes around the world of combat sports. Devin Haney becomes the second boxer to sign with DAZN.
Yes.
Of all places. Our very own Darshan Desai, Everything Boxing on Twitter, reports that Haney is signing a multi-fight deal with DAZN. WBO welterweight champion Devin Haney has signed that multi-fight deal. He's expected to defend his title against mandatory challenger Keyshawn Davis next. So we saw Teofimo Lopez, a big name in the world of boxing, signing with DAZN earlier this week, and now we get the news that Devin Haney will be joining him.
Yeah, a few things on that. We see here the signing of Teofimo. Just was it yesterday or the day before? It was in the last
Tuesday. Might have been Tuesday.
It was in the last 2 days. A few thoughts on this, and I'll rattle them off. First one, Darshan Desai. Like, this dude's legend. Incredible. He does great work. If you're not already following him for Everything Boxing, aptly named on his social handles, do it. He's a fantastic addition to the Uncrowned team. He's just so good and really has his finger on the pulse of everything. Secondarily, Devin Haney, like, massive opportunity for him, massive deal for him. One of the guys that is in talks for so many of the different super fights that are out there, right? You think about all the various guys around that weight, and Devin Haney is one of the names that continues to come up, whether it be Ryan Garcia, whether it be Tank, whether it be Shakur, whether it be Conor Benn. Devin Haney is one of the focal names when all these conversations are happening. So a big opportunity for him to be with a partner in DAZN that could potentially be doing fights with any of these different entities, right? Because he's not married to a specific promotion other than his own, Devin Haney promotions. He doesn't have to worry about any of the contractual red tape or any of the stuff around that. So big opportunity ahead of him. And then lastly, the signing of these boxers, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and then on the Zuffa side, so many of these big boxers, it's very clear that like the party lines are being drawn, right? Like the who's on what side of the fence is being drawn. But even more interesting is the drama of DAZN has gone out of their way to sign all these promotions, right? They have broadcast rights deals with all of these different promotions. They've got Matchroom, they've got Queensberry, they've got Top Rank, they've got Golden Boy, they've got all these different promotions, and now they are operating outside of the promotions are typically the ones that have the fighters under contract, and then you fight for that promotion, and it's broadcast on the broadcast partners platform. But they are now doing deals directly with the athletes so that they have the flexibility to kind of go across the different promotions, whatever opportunities they have. Maybe they can even do an event where it's like they have their own promotion or a promoter that they're working with, and it's their event. It's DAZN's event as opposed to the promotions. It's an interesting kind of wrinkle to this now. Ariel touched on this and said, it's not unheard of, right? There used to be times that there were like HBO boxers, or there were like, a Showtime. And so it's interesting to see what the mechanics of this are, how this plays out. If the promotions start to be like, well, wait a minute, like I could have signed that guy to my promotion and we could have fought on DAZN, but instead you guys are superseding that. It's interesting. The boxing drama has never been hotter. Like it's never been more interesting to just kind of follow that part of it.
I know it to see it in the modern era feels crazy, and it does just feel sort of like a shot across the bow right at Zuffa of just like, all right, no one else is going to get these guys, because I would imagine that Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez were on the list of people that Zuffa was at least talking to. I feel like they're talking to everyone. It feels like DAZN was like, we need to keep some of these guys from only fighting on Paramount, only fighting on Zuffa Boxing, which just heats up the drama that much more. And now it's just like, to your point, the promoters are being like, well, man, I could have signed this guy. And now Devin Haney's like, anybody can. I can work with any of y'all promoters. It just has to be on DAZN.
Yeah, it's a fascinating wrinkle. I don't think materially like it's going to change much in terms of like you'll see Devin Haney on DAZN on a big card. So it doesn't really change that part of it. But the politics of boxing is what is kind of becoming interesting. And Darshan said in the tweet, like Zuffa was the other bidder, right? Because if we're looking at the landscape of who has the most money, it's the Saudi contingency, right? That has that close relationship with DAZN, and then the Zuffa boxing team, which also has ties to Turki Al Sheikh and the Saudi contingency. And so it's like these warring parties with some kind of like incestuous crossover as well. It's this very like interesting
some kind of
mix.
It's Turki Al Sheikh.
Well, he's certainly the middle part of it, but it's like Sella's involvement in it. But it's like their percentage ownership in Zuffa is known, as well as their partnership and ownership in the DAZN part of it. And so, what comes first? Do we do big fights on both? Is it all just one playground for Turkey to kind of play with, and it doesn't really matter who wins the kind of arms race? It's a super fascinating time, and I'm all I hope, which I believe will happen, all I hope is that we get the biggest fights, right? And that was the platform that Turkey came in on. I think we will get that.
You don't think this could potentially create a barrier for that? This sort of Zuffa versus everybody else?
Oh, no, only because it is clear to me now that Zuffa is not going to fully cocoon themselves, right? When we first thought about this, the first thing we thought was, well, Zuffa's just going to replicate the UFC, right? They're just going to do their own thing. Zuffa versus Zuffa. They make their belt. That is part of it. But it's also very clear, like, they're going to have to work with some of these sanctioning bodies, right? And potentially other promoters. Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn is a WBC championship, but not a Zuffa title, or is a Zuffa title on the line? I actually don't know if they've even established that or care about that.
Do the boxers even know or care?
No, we even heard, who was it this week that said?
Ryan Garcia saying that it's going to take a long time before boxers start caring about that.
Yeah,
belt.
They said the green belt is the one I grew up on. Canelo, referenced the green belt, the WBC belt. So I say all that to say, it doesn't seem like they're only going to exist inside that cocoon. So I think we will have fights that maybe they're working with other parties and then also putting on the Zuffa only fights. Even that is an interesting wrinkle and something to follow and something fascinating to kind of see.
Because in this age of Turkey, we've seen guys like Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren working together that many people never thought you would see that happen. And so the ability, the money, everything like that to bring people together, I lean with you that it's not going to just be Zuffa versus Zuffa when it comes to these giant guys like Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Conor Benn.
They don't have the roster to sustain that. You can't pay Shakur Stevenson all that money, who signed to Zuffa. You can't pay Shakur Stevenson all that money to not be doing massive fights, right? So you can't, and you can't be partnering with Golden Boy via Ryan, although Ryan says it's his promotional company and they're working with Golden Boy, and he has the deal with, man, it is so convoluted. He has the deal with Turkey to do fights on DAZN, but not necessarily with a certain promotion. It's a whole crazy thing. But essentially, if you're going to spend all that money, you can't only play in that Zuffa sandbox. There's just too many other fights. With Devin Haney on the other side of it, he's obviously a name that would be attractive to have fights with, and so you want to make sure that you can, do those fights. So we'll see how Zuffa handles it, but I do believe even if they are one half of some of these big fights, right? Even if Zuffa is the promoter and representing Shakur Stevenson in a massive fight, that's still a win for Zuffa Boxing, especially if Shakur Stevenson goes out there and wins. So it's so the inner workings of this, the politics of this, the parlor drama is what I'm interested in. But I do think we will ultimately get huge fights.
It's intricate. It's confusing. It's hard to explain to people. There's just a lot going on in the world of boxing. Another thing out of Zuffa Boxing that we found out yesterday was Jai Apataya has filed a lawsuit against the IBF over him being stripped of his world title, alleging a coordinated industry-wide collusion involving prominent figures in the sport, including Eddie Hearn, essentially a conspiracy that they're going against him because he signed with Zuffa Boxing.
I think he's going to have trouble proving this legally. I don't know that he's wrong in the sense that like there was maybe some fear around the advent of I'll take that.
Look at him. Just
thank you very much, Jack.
Water brought to him.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Yep.
Man, this
Can't prep.
No, this is great, Jack. You did great here.
Yep. No.
I've never had better water.
Did he tell you why he brought it?
Yeah, because Frank said I was thirsty.
Frank demanded that you drink water.
Thank you.
Oh, old Cotton Eye Joe over here, Cottonmouth Rick.
Cottonmouth Joe. I think he will have trouble. He may be right in terms of like the essence of what he's saying, which is like because he was the first guy. He was the first guy who was like a real notable title holder who signed to Zuffa, and they were like, oh man, does Zuffa want to play ball with the sanctioning bodies? What do we do here? He ended up getting stripped. And so he may be right in practice on kind of how this all played out. I don't know if I'd necessarily think Eddie Hearn like colluded, but legally it's going to be very difficult for him to prove that there was some kind of like foul play here. And quite frankly, like these sanctioning bodies can kind of do what they want with their belts, which is the unfortunate truth.
Let's go over to the world of the UFC. We got a couple of fight announcements over the last couple of days involving honorary boys in the back. We found out that our man, Coach Taco, Chris Padilla, will be taking on Nasrat Haqparast. Obviously, you know who we're siding with in that one. It's got to be Taco. We've learned everything we know from Taco Padilla. And Nathaniel Wood will be taking on Myron Santos. This is a tough one for us because we obviously love Myron Santos, a former guest of the Boys in the Back, but Nathaniel Wood is also a boy in the back as well. So I mean, it's just we don't really know who to side with in that one. It's a Boys in the Back off. May the best man win.
Nobody loves a Nathaniel Wood dropping the first round, kind of looking dicey more than us for a little quick live trade, and all of a sudden
live trade
with the boys. You get that Nathaniel Wood comeback, but it's a great fight. I mean, I have to admit I do feel bad for Nathaniel Wood because Nathaniel Wood is the type of guy who continues to take these types of fights when he should be advancing his career. Like these types of fights should be the springboard for him to get higher ranked guys and big time opportunities.
Unranked dudes.
And he just can never get that despite the fact that he overcomes adversity and wins every single time. I feel bad for him in a sense, but huge opportunity for Myron Santos. This will be a massive name for him to have on his resume. And for Nathaniel, a very tough fight.
The Nathaniel Wood fight will be taking place in Paris, France, and the Taco Padilla fight in his residing state of California in Sacramento at the end of August. For Nathaniel Wood, when was the last time Nathaniel Wood fought in the States? It has
Oh,
been,
it has to be a while, yeah.
bro. It has been a hot minute. The John Dodson fight back in 2020.
Wow, 2020.
That was the last time he fought in the States, bro. He fought in Abu Dhabi, England, Paris, England, Abu Dhabi, a grappling match in England, Abu Dhabi, England, and now Paris.
Holy shit.
He's just a Euro fighter in the UFC. That's essentially what he is.
He's great. We love Nathaniel Wood.
Let's go over to Jake Matthews. Don't hear too much about him fighting as of late, but he's got new hobbies now.
Okay.
He is now an artist. I don't know if you saw this.
I did not.
But he took to the walls, I believe, of his gym
Wow. He made this, is he?
to show mad love to Australian and New Zealand MMA fighters Israel Adesanya and Alexander Volkanovski. So what's he do? He puts up a projector and then like spray paints it in.
Is that
I mean, the style bender right there is pretty sick. Shout out to BK. Shout out to Burger King. The Volk is fantastic.
Yo.
This is real talent right here from Jake Matthews.
Holy shit, Jake. Shout out.
He's good with the letters too.
Yeah. All spray paint. Damn. He even hit the little Izzy pose. All right, shout out to Jake Matthews. I wasn't familiar with his artistry, his game. Are you feel like he's encroaching on your territory?
Oh, hell no. I'm ass. Mine is a 2026 project. That is it. Jake Matthews could get paid for that, man.
Yeah, shout out.
That is incredibly impressive
Do
stuff.
we know if Izzy or Volk saw that? I assume so.
I would hope they did. I actually haven't looked at
I wonder what their comments say, but shout out to Jake Matthews. That's incredible.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the comments since, but I would hope, him being an Australian as well, they would show him some love. Let's see. Yeah. I'm on the video. Volk said that's mad. Stylebender said, bro, you're actually too fucking cool. What a hidden talent.
Wow.
Shout out, man.
I love that.
Shout out to Jake Matthews.
The Anzac guys are just kind of cooler, huh? They really are just like better than us, I feel like.
I don't know. Isn't that your thing, though? Isn't that your pet peeve when people think they're better than you?
It's a good. You know what? It's a great point, as Dana White would say.
Great point. Let's go back to last week. UFC Oklahoma City going down. Dricus du Plessis defeating Kamaru Usman in the main event. One fan, though, had a fantastic night. You haven't seen this, despite somebody bringing it up to us in front of both of us and me reacting. I
was playing Magic.
We're playing Magic or some bullshit. Let's run the Oklahoma City news coverage. One fan having a little bit too much fun at UFC
Too
OKC.
much fun.
Two brothers, I tell you what, they got quite the surprise when they got home and realized a man crawled into their truck bed and fell asleep.
Right, and they caught the whole thing on camera. Now that video is going viral. The brothers went to a UFC match at the Paycom downtown, and when they got home 12 miles away and backed into the driveway, as you can see, a stranger was asleep in the bed of their truck. We talked to one of the brothers and his fiance who say this is an experience they won't soon forget.
Hey, Andrew, you got a stray.
Everybody says check beneath your truck, check in the bed, check your back seat, make sure nobody's in there. I've always heard that for years. Well, hopefully now I will.
And they say after they discovered that man, they got him a glass of water, helped him get in touch with his friends who later picked him up. It seems he was just tired after that UFC fight and just went to sleep in the bed of their truck.
Absolutely no chance on earth he was just tired after the UFC event and happened to fall asleep in their truck. Dude was hammered, got into a random truck bed and fell asleep. The best part is when they show him and he's just like, obviously his face is blurred out, which means that he was like, fuck no, you cannot put me on the news doing this. Like, I can't be seen doing that. Further proves he was just hammered. He's like laid out like a dead body in the back of the truck. Hats off. Hat came back on. It's kind of crazy on both parts. He slept the entire ride home.
Crazy.
Laying in
the truck bed.
Is there any chance he woke up halfway through and was like, where the fuck am I? What is going on right now?
No, because he would have jumped out of the truck. If you were drunk and you woke up in the back of that truck, you would think you're getting kidnapped and you jump out of that truck. Yes or no?
I don't know what I would do. It just feels like too convenient that he came to right when they got there.
I'm fairly certain, knowing myself, if I woke up in a drunken state, like, I like hungover or still semi-drunk, I'm jumping the fuck out of that truck because I don't know where that's going. Who knows what they're trying to do? Maybe I'd fucked it up. Clearly, in this scenario, he did. I'm not staying in that truck.
You don't think that, like, he was like, oh, it's my boy's truck, let me just hop in the bed, and then he woke up, he was like, we're on our way home.
Where's his boy when he's jumping into said truck?
Well, he probably got drunk and left the arena early.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not buying that.
Also,
secondarily.
Oh, you do your second thing.
No, sorry. You want to do your second thing?
Oh, I'll do it. Yeah.
All right, everybody's got a second thing. We'll get to each one. Go ahead.
I have a second thing.
You want to do your second thing?
Is it not crazy for those guys to get about like, hey, we just got a straggler? Not like, oh shit, like, who is this guy? No fear of the man.
My second thing was I'm shocked that man didn't get shot dead.
I am not, because they just came from the event. The guy is like completely slumped out. Like, there is nothing like less threatening than like a docile drunk man. Like, I get if a drunk dude's like acting crazy, but like, especially if you're sober, the powers of a drunk man are much diminished of that of a sober.
I'm with you. I'm not thinking in that moment. I gotta be honest. If I drove home and a random dude popped out the back of my fucking minivan, because I don't have the flatbed. If some dude popped out of the lift gate of my minivan, he's getting hands, a baseball bat, something to him. There's no way.
Is there any argument that, like, because they're in Oklahoma, they're a little bit more friendly, things like this
Maybe.
happen?
We ain't friendly over here. That guy's getting his head bashed in.
The guy looks like, I think he was pretty harmless. The fact that they just got him a water and sent him on his way, he must have been in that Uber like, what the fuck happened? What did I do last
No,
night?
his friend came and picked him up, they said. They got in contact with his friends. Yes, he may look harmless there, but you hear a story one day where it's like, oh, the harmless guy pretended he was drunk, and then he hopped out, he went to use your phone inside the house, and that was the end of that story.
Oh, well, all right. There's no chance the guy's coming in the house. No way.
He's not standing one more second on my property.
The problem is the news decided to blur his face, so the allegations against me have been insane. Like, I was nowhere near Oklahoma, so I don't know why they're saying that.
It was
They brought
Frank.
up ass kissing, all this stuff, saying that there's a
Somebody
pattern.
kissed the wife's ass?
No, they're just it's just not good.
What do you think happened? Do you think he was a diehard Shaquille Ko fan?
Yeah.
He lost.
Yeah, I think that was it. He was so fucking devastated.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Alvin Hines.
Oh, yeah, maybe he was an Alvin Hines fan.
Maybe it was Alvin Hines.
Probably.
No one would know. No one would
blurred
actually
him
know. Yeah, so shout out to that guy. Hopefully he ended up making it home safe and hasn't had too much anxiety.
Life is good today.
Yeah.
You think he got some Mongolian beef?
He needed some Mongolian beef.
He
bro
woke
needed-
up, he's like, is this YC's?
Is this what?
There's a Mongolian beef place called YC's Mongolian beef.
Oh, fuck. I was like, what?
YC's?
I was like, what the fuck are you saying, Frank? Fight is a fight, bro.
He needed some Mongolian beef.
Yeah, bro needed some Mongolian beef bad. Someone sent me a picture of their Mongolian beef this past weekend. If you're out there listening and you happen to have Mongolian beef at any point, go ahead and fire off a tweet to me because I'd love to see it. The more I can see your Mongolian beef, the better.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware of this place called YC's. A Boys in the Back sponsorship of a Mongolian beef is like.
Is it around here?
It needs to happen.
I don't know if there's one around.
It needs to happen. How do we do this?
Mongolian beef? Yeah, YC's Mongolian Grill. Shout out.
Okay.
Locations?
If literally anybody in the entire world.
This motherfucking shit is only in the greater Phoenix area.
Oh, God damn it, Frank.
It just felt like a giant chain.
You said it was like it was McDonald's, bro.
I was going to do like a whole sell, a pitch. Now it's like, if it's just in Phoenix, I mean.
Yo, is the menu literally just, you just order either a small bowl or a large bowl of Mongolian beef?
Yeah, you like.
Or unlimited?
You get freeze-dried stuff, and you load it up, and then they cook it for you. thought you were
If there is
familiar with
anybody
Mongolian
out there that has any small connection to any form of Mongolian beef, whether you're a distributor, whether you sell it as a restaurant, anything, please sponsor this program. We would love nothing more than to hawk Mongolian beef. That is.
You know who hawks Mongolian beef?
Who?
P.F. Chang's.
Yo, P.F. Chang's, talk to us. Let's
We could land a
talk.
P.F. Chang sponsorship.
Let's talk.
Where every show we have to eat a platter of Mongolian beef.
BITB x P.F. Chang's would just, it would be unbelievable.
Yo, I'm
Generational.
We got it.
I'm looking at some pictures of some Mongolian beef, and it looks stupendous. Shout out to Mongolian beef.
Got it.
All right, let's go from last weekend to this weekend. UFC Abu Dhabi going down. Magomed Ankalaev taking on Bogdan Guskov in the main event. There are actually 3 Magomeds on this card. There are actually 10 fighters whose last name end in V on this card.
Wow.
Magomed Ankalaev, Bogdan Guskov, Ramazan Timarov, Islam Dulatov, Magomed Zainukov, Chanko, Rizvan Kunyev, Abubakar Vagayev, Saeed Izagakmeyev, Magomed Tukalov, and Nurullo Aliyev.
Shout out to you, first of all. Like, incredible work there.
Just ripping through them. No big deal. No big deal. Just a couple years ago, I couldn't even say Gable Stevenson's name right. Now here I am ripping through the entire UFC Abu Dhabi. They're playing to the audience. Like,
absolutely.
This is sort of like a regional card. They're stacking it with local talent.
As they should, but also like good talent too, right? Like,
oh, for sure.
It's name. I would say this, like, and you tell me if this is fair. Name value wise, like, not a lot here, right? Like the Ankalaev versus Khalil Roundtree had a lot more pizzazz and flash and sexiness to it. Unfortunately, him falling off. Guskov's a good fighter, you know, kind of an exciting fighter at times. Urseg is a name, but like there's not a lot of like eye-popping type names. But like as far as, you know, decent talent, like there's some solid fighters on this card.
Let's start with that main event. Magomed Ankalaev, Bogdan Guskov. Can you tell me the tying line between these two?
Jan?
Drawing.
Oh, that's right. Magomed also drew with Jan. I forgot about that.
They both got a draw.
That was the one. That was the one where Jan was using the leg kicks, right? He really chewed up Magomed.
He chewed up Magomed's leg kicks through like the first 2-3 rounds, and then Magomed went to the wrestling.
Yeah. A draw. Wow. Both drew with Jan. That's interesting. What do you make of the fight?
I think it's Magomed Ankalaev's fight to lose. You have Bogdan Guskov, who hasn't really taken that step into this stratosphere of competition, going against the former champion in Magomed Ankalaev. Like, he is nasty. The only time he's lost is the Paul Craig last second, and to Alex Pereira, who was as motivated as he's ever been. He also has a win over Alex Pereira.
According to him, he was very injured, right? Like, we saw the rib video after the fact, and so we can kind of maybe discount that one for the moment.
Magomed Ankalaev is one of the best, if not the best, light heavyweights in the world, and I'm just not sure if Bogdan Guskov is there yet. So until I see it, I have to pick Magomed.
The early showing against Jan, I was actually quite impressed with Bogdan Guskov. I was like, damn, like, this is what I expected from him. I think he could be a top guy. The third round completely scared me off that. The third round was like an unforgivable type performance, something that no matter how far Bogdan Guskov goes from here, I will not be able to erase that from my memory. It will be something that holds me back from my ceiling on him. It's just an unfortunate truth. That fight was there for the taking, and Jan was severely compromised, and he just completely let him off the hook. It was a mental error of the highest degree. I don't know why it happened. I don't know if anybody's asked him about it. I've missed it if he's commented on it, but it was a mental error that you cannot make at this level. Magomed Ankalaev will not allow you to get away with that type of thing. He will not allow you to make that type of error. Against Alex Pereira in the first fight, right? He made no mental errors. He was able to completely control that fight and take it where he wanted it to be. And so now the second fight, there's not really an opportunity for a mental error, right? It's Alex Pereira just nuking somebody. Maybe the error in that fight was coming in injured, but Magomed Ankalaev is not a guy who makes mistakes. He fights most of the time safer more than, wildly. And so if you're somebody who's coming off of a performance against, an aging Jan, where that fight was yours for the taking and you completely let him off the hook in the third round, I do not like your chances against somebody who's as clean and safe as Magomed Ankalaev. And on the other side of things, to your point, I think Magomed might be the best light heavyweight. We're putting Alex Pereira in the heavyweight category unless he decides to return. In a fight with a Carlos Ulberg or somebody like that, I'm going to favor Magomed. And so I think this will be a bounce back for Magomed Ankalaev. The one thing I'll say, and we've said this before about Magomed, he needs an impressive performance here. If he has any hopes of getting back to that title opportunity, he must do something that makes people get behind him. it's not enough to just be like a great fighter anymore. The UFC is not a meritocracy. And so he needs an impressive performance against the guy who I believe he can get an impressive performance against. So if he goes out there and has a ho-hum 50-45 type performance, that's not really going to do it for me. And I don't think that's going to do it for the UFC, nor do I think the fans are going to be clamoring for a Magomed title shot over a guy like a Paulo Costa or somebody out of nowhere.
A couple of things to your point. Magomed Ankalaev is not going to allow you to... He's not going to be letting you off the hook.
No.
Like Jan was compromised late in that fight. Magomed Ankalaev will be looking to finish the fight if you are not actively moving forward and pushing the pace like Bogdan Guskov did not do in that third round against Jan Blachowicz. Another thing about Magomed Ankalaev is just I could see it being a repeat performance of that Alex Pereira fight in the sense that like Bogdan Guskov has finished every single one of his wins. 18 wins, all 18 are by finish, 15 of them by knockout. Like he is a guy who seeks for the kill, and that's how he wins these fights. Ankalaev is incredibly hard to finish, and he might just play it safe in the sense that he played it safe with Alex Pereira. Not playing it scared, but just sort of playing it safe in that sense. And I could see a 50-45 being the outcome.
And if that happens, are you feeling like he's in a good position? Because I would not.
No, especially not because it's Bogdan Guskov and not Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah.
Against Khalil Roundtree, it's just like, man, this guy is still at the top of the division. Bogdan Guskov is like 9th or something in the division. It's sort of like, well, he was sort of a late replacement, you know, like someone to make it the main event of this card. You know, are you now clamoring for him to be getting the title shot?
But would you, like, even more dire than that, would you be shocked if it was like Yuri and Paulo Costa are the ones getting an interim title opportunity or something? Like, let's assume that Carlos Ulberg is not coming back for a while, which all signs are pointing to, right? He had a devastating injury. He has a lot of recovery time ahead of him. Interim, or maybe they take the belt off him, whatever it is. The next time that title is up for grabs, even with a massive win, you know, a main event win, it would not shock me in the least if this is a 50-45 for them to be like, oh, you know what? Let us give like Paulo, Yuri, the same, you know, kind of names that have always kind of come up around this conversation, a shot before him.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me, especially if they did the interim beforehand. Yeah. They need something to fill in. Those are two big names that they can put on a card. It wouldn't shock me.
But if he comes out here and just obliterates Guskov, I'm in. Like, I'm totally in on that. I want to see Magomed because, as I said, I do think he might be the best light heavyweight on the planet. It is not unreasonable to suspect that based on the resume. And so if he comes out here and it's an impressive performance, I'd be upset if anybody but Magomed was one half of that title fight. I'd be totally up for a Magomed versus somebody else interim title fight. And so I think this is a perfect opportunity. I will say, I think Roundtree might have been an easier opponent to potentially finish. Not because I think Roundtree is less dangerous than Guskov. I think Roundtree is more dangerous than Guskov. But Roundtree's gas tank is just, unfortunately, something that you have to account for. And in the later rounds, Magomed's going to be there. I have a feeling that Khalil would not have been, and Magomed wouldn't be able to turn it on and maybe finish him.
We don't know with Bogdan, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Was the gas tank the reason that he kind of died out against Jan? We just don't know.
You're right. You're 100% right. It didn't look that way. It looked like he had all the, like, he was the fresher guy. It looked like he had all the energy in the world and for some reason just had a mental lapse where he did not think he needed to, like, fight. But you're right. We've not seen rounds 4 and 5. I don't know what that could ultimately look like. So yeah, maybe this is an opportunity. But either way, I firmly believe that Magomed Ankalaev needs a definitive statement in this fight. He needs to make a statement.
I don't know what's next for Magomed Ankalaev, but before it's all said and done, this will be his first fight back since the Alex Pereira fight. He does want a trilogy fight with the now heavyweight Alex Pereira. Here's what he had to say in regards to a trilogy with Alex Pereira.
Taking into account that you had to fight with an injury in your last fight,
do you want to fight with Alex Pereira at all costs now? Magomed says, yeah, that's what I want, and I will be chasing that fight. No matter if it takes place at heavyweight or light heavyweight, although he moved up, so I'm not just focusing on him as I have some business to finish at the light heavyweight division. But at the end of the day, as long as he's not retired, I'm sure the UFC would be interested. We are 1-1. I won the first fight, and And it's fair to say it was domination. I lost the second one, but it was just an accident. So I think the third fight should be very exciting for the fans. Time will tell. I do think calling the first fight pure domination and the second fight an accident is shortchanging Alex Pereira a little bit.
Yeah, the phrasing on that, I get his sentiment, right?
I understand as well. It's 5 rounds.
We really fought 5 rounds, and he dominated. I thought that was a very close fight, but he did well in that fight. And the second one, he got caught, but an accident is a little disrespectful to a guy who took his hat off.
Alex Pereira responded to that, and I think he kind of took it the same way on Instagram, essentially saying, laughing, ha, 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 are you even still alive over there? Yeah, Alex Pereira not taking too kindly to that. Ankalaev was then asked about it at Media Day. Here's what he had to say.
I don't know if you saw this, but Alex Pereira had replied to your desire to have a third fight, to have a rubber match. His exact words were, are you even still alive over there? What would you answer to him? You know, Alex Pereira must have been sleeping for a long time, because I believe that he was put to sleep pretty hard, so he must have just woken up and he must have forgotten that I'm alive still. Well, if you have a way to connect to him or pass a message on my behalf, tell him that, yeah, I'm alive and well, and I'm waiting to see what he can show.
Again, kind of crazy to like taunt someone for getting knocked out
by another guy
when in your last fight they knocked you
out. Yeah. What do you make? Obviously, I think Magomed and Alex is a good pairing. Like, I'm down for another fight.
I don't think we see a third one.
I don't expect it, because I think Alex is going to stay at heavyweight.
Yep.
And I think Magomed is going to stay at light heavyweight, so I don't think we'll ultimately see it. But I'd be down for it if it happened. What I find more interesting is just Alex Pereira potentially even like engaging with him, because if it's, you know, not really something that he's interested in, he probably doesn't even see a comment, care. So I think it leaves the door open for at least something, but I expect that they'll just be on different paths.
Yeah, I don't think we end up seeing it. Let's go to the co-main event. Steve Erceg taking on Ramazan Tarimov. Yeah, I had a little typo there on my notes. Either way, big day for the Uzbeks. Uzbekistan in both the main and co-main event with Bogdan Guskov and Ramazan Tarimov. Big opportunity for him fighting Steve Erceg. I have to say, the UFC rankings doing this meta and media bullshit is getting a little bit ridiculous.
Tell me the difference.
I need to know which one we're going with. Steve Erceg is 13th in the meta rankings.
Okay.
Steve Erceg is 10th in the media rankings.
Yeah.
I'm not ranked in either of them.
Let's just have one rankings.
What are we going to do? One
or
rankings.
none.
The rankings don't matter at all, but like, which one are we going with? Is this an opportunity for Ramazan to jump into the top 10 or jump into the top 15?
Yeah, it's bizarre that we don't have that clarity. As far as the fight goes, I can't quit Steve Erceg, man. Much like I said, like, I'll never be able to shake how Guskov looked in that third round against Jan. I will never be able to shake how Steve Erceg performed against Alexandre Pantoja. Like, despite the faltering, right, now he's back on a winning streak, his potential is just there for me, and I just can't quit him. I tend to favor him in fights, even when I shouldn't. Along the losing streak, even then I was kind of like leaning toward Erceg. Now you get a nice win over Tim Elliott. I'm back with Steve. I can't quit Steve Erceg, man.
This one is essentially a coin flip on the odds. As you mentioned, he was on that 3-fight losing streak to the very cream of the crop at 125,
including the champ. In a fight that he had a 5th round where if he wanted, he was going to win the title.
Yeah, they're the Cauchy odds for that one.
50-50 on the dot.
Legit. Now he's won 2 in a row. I mean, Ramazan is no joke, man. I mean, he's had a couple wins in Ryzen. He's 2-0 already in the UFC with wins over Charles Johnson and CJ Vergara. Haven't seen him in 16 months.
Was he hurt?
He had the one fight against the Sual Mabayev canceled, but that was like a year ago. That was also supposed to take place in Abu Dhabi. No, I mean, sometimes these guys just we just don't see him, especially like when you're fighting out of Uzbekistan. Like, sometimes
they wait for the shows to come nearby.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll take Astro Boy just because he's been around longer.
It's one of those that it's like, yeah, like
neither outcome will shock me.
Exactly. The potential on the other side is massive, and you have to acknowledge that. But there's a certain point where you're just like, okay, I'm trusting in Steve Erceg, who has been a UFC headliner and fought in these big spots before. But yeah, neither outcome would surprise me. Both guys young. What is it? Erceg's 30? Oh, well, he's about to be 31. And Temirov is 29. So it's like either of these guys could be a flyweight contender at any point soon. So a really fun fight, a really good co-main event, and not that typical just like we're putting two guys in here who are just going to slug it out, sloppy kind of, highlight reel shit. Like these are like high-level guys that I'm excited to see.
Slido pointing out in the chat, and credit to him, shout out to Slido, he took a 12-month suspension for violating the UFC anti-doping policy.
For what did it say?
Testing positive for Trimetazidine, TMZ.
Oh, shout out to TMZ.
A prohibited metabolic modulator.
Oh.
Shout out to you.
Well, that's not great, but welcome back.
That out, man. Shout out to you. Islam Dulatov, now repping Turkey instead of Germany.
Saw that, yeah.
Yeah. You may know him as like the model character.
Handsome motherfucker.
Handsome ass motherfucker. Taking pictures with Rolls Royces, insane cars, everything like that. Living a very lavish, luxurious life, but also able to knock people out in the octagon. He takes on Wellington Turman this weekend. Is it too late to keep calling Wellington Turman the prodigy?
Yeah, I think that's over. I mean, he's going to be, but it's over.
Is he still the prodigy?
As far as I can tell, is he not?
No. I'm saying, in your eyes, is he still
No, in my eyes, no, absolutely not.
When was the last time we fought? 2023? 2 years and 7 months ago for Wellington Turman.
This feels like a showcase bout, as they say,
Yeah, I do know. This feels like a guy on a 3-year layoff who was already riding a 3-fight losing streak going up against a
6'3" KO power supermodel.
Guy who has, 12 wins by finish in 12 wins, who has like 1 million followers and is posting pictures with Rolls Royces and stuff. It feels like, yeah, we should probably just get him to.
Okay, does this change your mind?
Sure.
Strength of schedule?
What is it, 1-1?
1. Turman doesn't have one because he's unranked and like hasn't fought high-level competition lately, but 1 for Dulatov.
I mean, I'm looking at the strength of schedule might be 1, but the drip on the IG is crazy, bro. He's taking pictures. I should have had some of these ready.
The drip on the IG is 100. The strength of schedule is 1.
I mean, he's got a post just says Alhamdulillah, and it's just him sitting on a fucking ghost.
Of course, it would be.
Yeah, I mean, he's with some cars I've never even seen before, bro.
Those are exclusives. Those are 101s.
Bro, he's got the Louis glasses on. He's living large, man. Whatever he's doing, he's doing it right. But yeah, he says fighting comes third in his life behind religion and family. So shout out to Islam Dulatov. This does feel like a setup fight for him to get a big win here. Obviously spent some time training at American Top Team. And what we've seen so far has been nasty.
Yeah. Yep.
Bro, he's taking pictures. The Dulatov brothers, bro, his brother looks like
His brother's also a model?
His brother looks like he's been doing some, what's it called?
Looks maxing?
Oh, yeah, there he is. Shout out, bro.
God.
What is it when you put the tongue on the roof of the mouth?
Oh, mewing.
Yeah, it looks like his brother's been doing some of that.
Or he just got a jawline like that because they're fucking handsome dudes.
Handsome dudes. They're both fucking jacked as well. So, yeah, man, we'll see what happens on Saturday. I do love his Instagram bio just says married. I don't see it.
Religion, family. Religion, family.
He keeps it open.
Fighting third.
Is he just, who's his car rental service, man? Look at his brother. Are you kidding me?
Oh, shit.
Look at the cheekbones on this guy.
Jesus. Oh. Yeah. Yo, these two dudes rolling up, it's over. It's over.
Yeah. Because what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to say something? They'll just fucking knock your ass
They're
out.
going to mog you and they'll beat the shit out of you. What's left to do? There's nothing left. They come into the bar. They come into, well, maybe not the bar. They come into the club. It's a wrap for you.
Yo, I'm trying to have an Islam Dulatov summer, man. That's what I'm trying to do.
I don't think it's feasible. I don't think that you can have that.
The Ripper.
I don't think any of us mere mortals can have that.
So he was born in Chechnya, was fighting out of Germany, and is now repping Turkey.
Turkey.
Moving forward. I'm in. You don't got to sell me anymore. Trust me. I'm in. Let's keep rolling along on the main card. The fight with which this show was built around, Damian Respecki taking on Magomed John Chanko Pork Zainukov.
Okay, so we're bracketing the real name, and inside the bracket is the John Pork, and then inside that bracket is the real nickname Chanko.
Magomed John Chanko Pork Zainukov.
Wow.
The undefeated Dana White Contender Series alum makes his UFC debut against a fellow undefeated fighter in Damian Respecki. If you're unfamiliar, obviously I'm sure the thumbnail throwing some people off today. If you're unfamiliar with the origin story of Magomed Zainukov, John Pork, it obviously became a very popular meme, which led to him becoming very popular because of it. I can't lie. It's been great for his star power and the interest in his fights. This is the origin of how it came to be.
No Jongpor, Chanko. No Jongpor.
Этого рилса все пошло вообще. I introduced my team. This guy, Chanko, 2 times world professional Muay Thai champion. Oh. Brother, I say Chanko. Ну, они услышали Джон Порк. This is wrong. Вы ошибаетесь. Его селение называется Chanko. Из-за этого у него никнейм всю жизнь был Chanko. John Pork is the wrong thing, guys. Don't tell him. You make him upset.
No Jongpor, Chanko. No Jongpor. Не Jongpor, а Chanko. Если можно, пожалуйста, не называйте меня так, мне это не нравится.
Обижаешься до ислама? Я
на что обижаться?
На всех, кто пишет комментарии, он обижается.
Да.
Он уже хочет заблокировать комментарии в Инстаграме.
Там вот так 1000 сообщений, и вот это лицо туда Jongpora везде.
Hey, Chanko. Guys, he like more Chanko, not John Pork. He like Chanko. Call him Chanko.
So as you can see, asking to be called Chanko just is not, it's not working out. Obviously, that was at the MSG card last year. He showed up to the press conference. People start chanting John Pork, John Pork, John Pork. Has there been more hype for a relative unknown prospect making their UFC debut off of Dana White Contender Series?
Okay, so this is what I think is the heart of the matter, right? And obviously we're having fun with it. Our thumbnail was about John Pork. The headline's about John Pork. The reality is, there's a few things. One, you can't fight it, right? If you try to say like, no, call me Chanko, everybody's going to even more want to call you John Pork. But the other part of it is, to what you're saying, it has built a lot of hype around the guy. Now, granted, he would have had a lot of hype just from the school he's coming from, right? If you're from the Abdulmanap team and you're an undefeated fighter like this, you're already going to have a spotlight on you, right? If you're somebody that is coming up in press conferences when Islam Makhachev is talking about you, you're already somebody that's going to be on everybody's radar and high on the list. But because of this like John Pork meme thing, it has taken him to a level where now he's like in a prime position to capitalize on this. Like, I wouldn't say he should stop trying to go by Chanko because that's what he actually wants to go by. But as he pushes back against it, it's going to continue to grow. And he probably needs to just like embrace it in some degree. And
right, you don't have to go out and be like, guys, call me John Pork.
Exactly.
Like, definitely don't do that. But like, at the end of the day, it's just a harmless internet meme that like a misunderstanding of what Islam Makhachev said when they get it. It becomes just like a joke at that point. It's just harmless them calling it. So you might as well just be like, yeah. I mean, like, everyone compares me to whatever bald white dude with a beard. Oh, there he is, JC. Yeah, bald white dude with a beard. I'm not going to be like, please, guys, like, stop doing that. Like, stop doing that. Especially if I was a UFC fighter, like, dude, people are not going to, I don't know if he's on the main card. I don't know if he's on the main card this weekend if this doesn't happen to him.
It's a great point. And so I guess we're both kind of in the same, like, area of basically, like, try to embrace it. You don't have to be like, don't lean too far into it. I'm John Pork. In fact, that would be the thing to probably get it killed. People would be like,
actually, if you want to kill it, you dive so far into it that people are like, all right, the joke's dead.
It's not funny. But it has put him in a good position. And if he's able to continue to do what he's going to do, and for me, like, I'm always very intrigued by the guys from that gym that are striking focused, right? Like, you think of Usman Nurmagomedov. This guy is a master of Muay Thai. You think of the guys who are like the more striking focused guys, and I'm super intrigued to see how they perform. Because like until he got to Contender Series, or maybe like the fight before, he was knocking everybody out and he's, you know, more of a striker. It's interesting when those guys who like come from this like Habib, Islam, Umar, although Islam is also a bit of a striker, but that background, who probably have fantastic wrestling because they're on the mats with these guys as well, but have this incredible striking ability. I'm always intrigued by those prospects. So yeah, I'm all in on the Magomed train. Like, I feel like this guy is one of the prospects to watch. He has this kind of like meme internet cult sensation thing going for him as well. He's in a really good position here. Right on the main card, what is this, the fourth fight? How many have we talked about so far? This is the fourth down. He has a real opportunity here, and I think he's going to style, man. I think he's just, he's very impressive.
I mean, if he's able to get a knockout here against an undefeated prospect, that is the sort of nervy thing about this, is that both these guys are early on in their career, so it wouldn't shock me. They're both making their UFC debut. They're both undefeated fighters. It wouldn't shock me if Magomed came up short in this fight, especially like the last two fights, last three fights, he ended up going to a decision. To your point, he was knocking everybody out before he sort of got to this level. Like, styling and getting a knockout is another very quick way for people to fully buy in and sort of really start moving away from like the joke meme to like, this dude is disgusting, like he's nasty.
I will say the other fights where he was fighting at higher weights, like he was at catch weights of 160, 161. The last two, he returned to lightweight. And so I feel like as he continues to kind of like settle into that division, I think he's going to be more comfortable. I feel like we're going to get a return to some of those like, you know, finishes. But either way, as long as he's like one of these guys that comes from that team, has this, you know, cult kind of thing behind him and continues to rack up wins, it's impossible to not imagine that he'll be one of the guys that is talked about for title contention one day.
Yeah, I mean, he's also only 31 years old. He's coming out of Dagestan. He obviously has this unbelievable camp behind him.
In my lineup where Islam shifts out, right? Like Islam has left the lightweight division. Islam, you know, does a few more fights, retires. This might be the next guy. Who knows where Usman Nurmagomedov ends up, right? Umar is on the cusp of a title shot. There's this like rejuvenation that could happen.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to watch, man. And he starts with not the easiest test in the Butcher, Damian Respecki.
What's the? Do we have a trade the odds for that?
He is a pretty substantial favorite, around like a minus 350 in terms of sports betting odds.
It makes sense. I mean, the pedigree. Here we go, 73%. So yeah,
73%. I mean, Respecki he's only 24. He is undefeated. Fought at WOW, Ilya's promotion.
Yep.
So, like, he's just kind of like an unproven commodity. We just don't know much about him. So, it'll be interesting to see if...
Yeah, he didn't have a Contender Series fight, right? He's coming straight into the promotion?
Yeah. If Chanko can start off with a win here, man.
Respecki has been training with Ilya a lot. He was actually Ilya's main sparring partner for the Gaethje fight. He was mimicking Gaethje the whole camp with Ilya.
Damn, little knowledge here from Josh.
All knowledge from intern Josh there. That is nice to know. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Is this the people's main event on Saturday?
I feel like this is the John Pork thing is the thing. Like,
is he the second most popular fighter on the card?
Are you saying Magomed is first?
Yeah.
Urseg probably, but he's like up there.
I think John Pork is more popular than Steve Urseg.
What about Walter Walker?
Walter Walker. They actually had a crossover, Walter Walker and Chanko.
What happened?
Take a look.
Aí você não sabe que eu acabei de encontrar aqui, John Pork. Aí o John Pork. No Janko. Yes. No John Pork. Janko. Okay,
Janko.
He's even here. He's like, no John Pork.
Janko. He's gonna knock this dude out on Saturday. Get on the mic and be like, Janko.
I am not John Pork. Janko, and then the crowd is gonna be like, John Pork. But yeah, shout out to Chanko. He has a real opportunity ahead of him because I think this is a good momentum builder, and this is something where like if you play this right, you can ride it all the way to the top.
And Muay Thai fighters have that capability to not only to be good in the striking, but look good while you're doing it.
For sure.
And which is always something that is, to your point, different from these guys from Dagestan.
Yep.
Let's keep rolling along. Rizvan Kunyev taking on Tyrell Fortune. Tyrell Fortune with his second fight in the UFC here at the young age of 36, looking to get a second win in the promotion, making his way up the UFC rankings. Though I do have to say, this is another one as I was looking over this card. If you go to the rankings and you go to the meta rankings at heavyweight, Tyrell Fortune, nowhere to be found. If you go to the media rankings, Tyrell Fortune is tied for 9th with Ante Delia. And who's right in front of him? Rizvan Kunyev. It feels like the matchmaking is going by the media rankings.
So why do we have the other?
I don't know, man, but they're bothering me, and I hate the disparity between the two, and then I hate when you do the switch. I know Helwani's mentioned this a few times. I hate when you do the switch. The fact that the meta rankings don't have the pound for pound and blocks it off. Also, on the broadcast, we're only going by the media rankings. It feels like the meta, even though that's the default when you go to the website, it sort of just feels like it's like the for fun, like, oh, here's what the AI would think of the rankings, huh? It almost just feels like
algorithm, not AI.
Sorry, the algorithm. It almost just feels like it's to check a box for sponsorship.
Who's to check? Who's to check that box?
Meta. Meta's
no, UFC checks the box for.
Last one on the main card that we're going to talk about. First one that you will see: Abu Bakr Vagayev taking on Saigid.
Wait, what about Kunyev or Fortune?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just kind of bitched about the rankings. Give me Tyrell Fortune. I like this little resurgency in his career here.
I'm kind of with you. Kunyev has been impressive, but not like is that fair to say? Like, he's been impressive, but not super impressive. And I feel like this is an opportunity for Tyrell Fortune to maybe steal one.
Yeah, I mean, he's a heavyweight that we've seen him fight twice, and like it was close with Jelton Almeida, and then it was close with Curtis Blades, and like he hasn't like blown anyone's doors off.
There's been flashes of like, okay, I feel like this guy could be a prospect, but for Tyrell Fortune, I kind of know what the baseline is. The fact that he's a decently sized dog, I feel like Fortune makes sense here.
I guess there's a world also where Fortune can't wrestle and Kunyev's able to capitalize on that.
Is Kunyev that much better on the feet? Like I think Fortune's live there too.
Abu Bakr Vagayev taking on Saigid Izakagmayev. Last time Saigid made his UFC debut, he lost as a -350 favorite to Nicholas Dalby, and now Vagayev making his debut on this card. Gets that main card spot, that curtain jerker in the main card. I'm not going to sit here and lie that I know a ton about Abu Bakr Vagayev, but both these guys have over 25 professional fights and beautiful records as well. He fought a lot on ACA cards and things like that.
But like names, the thing is, he fought names you would know, right? Like Albert Tumanov, he fought Michel Prazeres. Like he's actually fought like good high-level opposition, and you know, I'm interested to see how he does in the UFC.
Yeah.
And a loss, you know, on the other side, a loss to Dalby is kind of like, that's what Dalby does. Like to be making your debut against Dalby and then Dalby finds a way to get the underdog win. That's kind of the Nicholas Dalby experience. I'm not going to make too much of that. I feel like this is like a second chance at a debut here.
Yeah. Vagayev just hasn't been wildly active.
Yeah.
As of late, a lot of decisions for him as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday. A chance to make a name for both themselves. Prelims, Walter Walker taking on Thomas Peterson. It feels like the UFC is just on a how many unranked heavyweights can Walter Walker heel hook before we have to give him a title
shot? Is he going to do it again?
Yes.
I think he is too.
I don't see a reason why he wouldn't.
It seems like it's like inevitable.
Listen to this streak. Junior Tafa, heel hook. Don'Tale Mays, heel hook. Kennedy Nzechukwu, heel hook. Louis Sutherland, heel hook. And now he gets Thomas Peterson.
If you're Thomas Peterson, your whole camp had to be preventing people from doing heel hooks, right? Like that had to be the game plan, or what else could you possibly have done?
I don't know, dude.
I was wondering that after like the second heel hook, how, you know, the third and fourth guys didn't come in with that game plan. But like Thomas Peterson just cannot leave his leg out there in any capacity. On the feet, he just has to be sprawling as hard as he's ever sprawled, moving that ass all the way back, and just like zero opportunity to dive on something and grab my leg. And for Walter Walker, like there's some real there's some real like fear that you can instill in opponents. When like there was a guy prior to when you started watching named Husamar Palhares that would just come in and just absolutely shred people's knees. Like that was his whole objective. He was a fucking juiced out of his mind, like stocky. His nickname was Toquinho, I think it was. It was like tree trunk. Like he was just this fire hydrant of a guy who would just come in here, throw you on your head, and just rip your knee up. Like that was all he did. And there was a fear factor with that. There's like an actual thing that like as an opponent, if you have to focus so hard on not having that done to you, it does alter your game and throw you off your game. So like Walter Walker's riding a nice little opportunity here where like if somebody's working their entire camp to not get heel hooked, it opens up the other things. And if you don't work your entire camp to not get heel hooked, I'm just going to heel hook you. So he has this like mental advantage that he's heading into all these fights with. And not for nothing, he's a like freakishly athletic 28-year-old. Like he really is like doing something interesting right now in a division that needs interesting things to happen.
He fights out of the same gym as Bogdan Guskov, so this is a big opportunity for both of them.
Wow, I didn't know that, yeah.
Yeah, Gore MMA in Russia. Red Corner MMA did a great piece on them. A fantastic one. Red Corner always doing great stuff. What is the trading on this? Because I feel like, man, Walter Walker only 61% against Thomas Peterson.
Yeah, that feels like an opportunity there.
I mean, Thomas Peterson like kind of got run out of the UFC a little bit, and then comes back, win over Dontel Mays, lost to Vitor Petrino, win over Guilherme Pat. Jamal Pogues.
He feels like he's about to get heel hooked. Let's just call it what it is.
Feels like he's going to get heel hooked. I guess the layoff, the gap between his UFC fights weren't as long as I'm remembering. But
the only thing that I didn't think about till just now to consider the injury to Walter Walker. Remember, he was injured after the last fight. Like, I feel like he's probably healed from that, but just something to consider.
Yeah, it just doesn't. When the guy has such a clear game plan, I just feel like he's going to be able to. Dustin Jacoby.
Just so fucking good at it. He really is talented.
Your boy, the Hanyak, taking on Muhammad Saeed.
He's back in the win column here, for sure.
Santiago Ponzinibbio taking on Sam Patterson. You like Sam Patterson in this one. Too long in the tooth for Santiago?
Yes. At their peaks, it would be a no-brainer. I'd be picking Ponzinibbio. Ponzinibbio has just been on a really bad run, and I think Patterson is still a talented fighter.
Tough stretch for Argentina. Loses the final on Sunday. Could potentially have their boy, the Argentine Dagger, losing on Saturday.
The whole country will
the country be as heartbroken on Saturday as they were on Sunday?
I think so.
Ishmael Bonfim taking on Axel Sola. Brinson Habero taking on Magomed Tukalov. Nurullo Aliyev taking on Mike Davis. Always excited to see a Mike Davis fight.
Love Mike Davis.
I mean, comes in, pushes the pace, looks for finishes, down for Mike Davis. And then Abdul Hussein taking on Cody Gibson in the curtain jerker. It's like I'm like a proud father having watched the entire Tough 31 season.
Oh, Jesus
Christ. So anyone that came off of that show, I can never uncorrelate them with that season, and Cody Gibson was on that season.
Did he win it? How did he do on it?
I believe he made the final and then lost to the Multimate fighter. Brad Katona.
Katona.
I could be getting
that was that
wrong.
Season. All right, shut up.
Or is that 155 and 135? I can't remember what the finals were for that season, but Cody Gibson was on that season.
Lost to Brad Katona.
Look at them. Steel trap over here, boys. Steel trap.
He beat Mando Gutierrez and Rico Descuilo on the show, and then
God, I remember it all. Those like Kool-Aid blue jerseys for Team McGregor, the red for Team Chandler.
What's crazy is
Mando
I think
Gutierrez,
I watched this.
Oh yeah,
and don't remember shit.
Gutierrez is the one that I believe is the one that cut McGregor's hair. It's good times, man. Good time.
I watched this, and I have no recollection.
Rest in peace to Tough, dude.
What do you mean? It's coming back.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
No, it's literally, they're doing a new season.
Yeah. One can only hope.
No, they're actually doing it.
UFC, not the only MMA going down this weekend. We got PFL Washington. That Gene taking on Shamil Musayev for the vacant welterweight title. Obviously, this one made vacant by Ramazan Kuramagomedov, who retired undefeated after their fight back in February. So Shamil Musayev, one of the best welterweights, not only on the PFL roster, but in the world, is right back in that vacant welterweight fight. Massive opportunity for Thad Jean. Undefeated, if he can add Musayev to his resume and get the strap at the same time, be huge for him.
Yeah, Thad Jean has been incredibly impressive in his PFL run. This is a major step up. Like, this is the type of opportunity where it's going to make or break, like, you know, how his placement in the promotion, his trajectory, totally. This would be a real setback if he loses, right? Because he's on a rocket ship right now. It's like he's one of the guys that, and we were talking about this yesterday, is a true face of PFL in terms of homegrown, made his name in the PFL, rises and gets it done, as opposed to like Johnny Eblin, right? Who is more synonymous with Bellator, was a Bellator champion, comes in, becomes a PFL champion, is now again, an interim champion for them. He's much more of a homegrown product in the way that Dakota is as well. So it would be massive for him to get a win here for the promotion. But Shamil Musayev is very, very good. And I don't know that he passes this test. I favor Musayev in this fight.
Yeah, Musayev is nasty. Our boy James Tahunan taking on Rafael Xavier in the co-main event. Big spot for him.
James Tahunan?
He's back, baby.
Tyson Pedro is actually
the Baker himself.
Yeah, Tyson Pedro is actually the one fighting.
Yeah, it's actually Tyson Pedro.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie. This is not the deepest card that PFL has ever offered.
It's like a Bellator-ish, right? It's like there's enough name on here that like you're going to tune in, but then it's
the enough name being Thad Jean and Shamil Musayev. 14-11 Brandon Davis.
Tyson Pedro. James Tahunan.
5-4 Kobe Bradford. 1-0 Jacob Pais, and 2 0-0 fighters.
James Tahuna's on it? Yeah, it's not a great card.
I mean, we're getting down to the third fight on the main card. It's Sullivan Kali versus Rasul Magomedov.
Bellator vet, Sullivan Kali.
Sullivan Kali, yeah. Bryce Meredith, also Bellator. Shout out. Also, there's only 9 fights on the card, which I suppose is a good thing.
Few 0-0 fighters.
Bruno Capoloza was supposed to be on it against Valentin Moldavsky.
Mando
Gutierrez was supposed to be on this card from that Tough 31 season.
Boy, oh boy.
Dennis Goltsov
was supposed to be on it. Shoeface was supposed to be on it.
Shoeface.
It took a hit. It's tough. Look, at the end of the day, this is a one-fight card for me.
Actually, wins. Wins. This is a win for the PFL.
I would really like Tyson Pedro to get a win as well. But yes, this is the Thad Jean make or break. This is like a real, like, if he wins this fight, I would put him alongside Dakota Ditcheva in terms of fighters that I would push if I was the PFL.
Yeah.
Usman Nurmagomedov is a fantastic fighter, and you should ride that as far as you can ride it. But it seems very clear at this point that his ambitions are beyond the PFL, that he wants to be a UFC fighter and a UFC champion. If not, if you re-sign him and Paul Hughes, those two are magic. Just do as much as you possibly can. But Thad Jean and Dakota Ditcheva are the two that, if I was PFL, I would try to hold on with every ounce of my being. Build on that, have them be the homegrown talent, and just push them as far as you can.
Let's go over to boxing for the weekend because there's just so much combat sports going on. Tyson Fury taking on Mariusz Wach.
Yeah.
There's the poster for
Why,
it.
though?
Huh?
Why?
You tell me.
You tell me.
Why is this happening? Because
I have no
you'll notice
idea.
that there's no broadcaster on this.
Fight is a fight.
Yeah, fight's a fight business.
Business.
He just had his tune-up back in, April or something like that?
Yeah.
Ho-hum. Who is Mariusz Wach?
Couldn't tell you. I know he's heavy. I know he weighed in heavier than Tyson Fury.
Yeah, about 30 pounds heavier.
I don't know anything other than that.
Yeah, probably because he's 46 years old and isn't a professional boxer anymore. The Viking. 1 star on BoxRec.
Yep.
Ranked number 282nd in the BoxRec heavyweight rankings. This is the ultimate, no contest. And if Tyson Fury slips on the banana peel, it's an absolute devastation. The guy, Mariusz Wach, is 39-13. Give him credit. At one point, he was 27-0, and he fought Vladimir Klitschko. Lost that fight.
What's he done since?
He's 6-11 in his last 17.
Yeah.
Has been knocked out 5 times.
Boy, oh boy.
46 years old. What the fuck is the point of this? Is this just for the Netflix show?
But even then, why? Who's going, what I need on my Netflix show is a squash match from Tyson
Fury walk from 9 months ago. Thank God.
Guys,
He'll have already had a fight at that
charity, and Tyson Fury's getting the WBC humanitarian belt.
We've already decided he's getting the title.
He doesn't have to win the fight, but he's getting the title.
The 1,500 tickets that are being sold are going to charity.
It's the thought that counts.
By the way, 1,500 tickets in Thailand is not a lot of money based on how those stadiums fell.
It's almost like maybe like some of the funds from Anthony Joshua fight at Wembley Stadium on a beautiful summer day in London, England could have gone pretty far.
Maybe that's
but as you know, that's going to happen when they both win their fights, which is absolutely guaranteed to happen and definitely going to happen.
You claim that it doesn't lose any juice if they lose their warm-ups. Tyson Fury loses this fight, the juice is completely gone. I can't watch it.
They'll still do Joshua.
Give me Walk versus Joshua. Yeah, because he might be 7-11 in his last 18 if he wins this weekend, but fuck that. He's 1-0 in his last one.
Imagine Anthony Joshua pulled the ultimate troll move and was just like, I want Walk.
Look, man. Yeah. People are shitting on the Anthony Joshua fight versus Christian Pranga, being like, this is a squash match.
Yep.
Christian Pranga is
puts him to shame.
Muhammad Ali compared to Mariusz Walk.
Yeah.
Like, we can say what we want, but like, Joshua was looking for a tune-up fight after the tragedy that took place in December after the Jake Paul fight, and he's getting a tune-up fight. Like, at least Pranga is 35 years old. He's younger than Anthony Joshua. He's 20-1. He has won all 20 fights by way of knockout. We've seen Anthony Joshua hurt before. Like, there's always like the puncher's chance at heavyweight.
This is a tune-up fight, but not a joke, right? The Tyson Fury fight is actually a joke. This is a tune-up fight.
Christian Pranga is third. I know these rankings aren't concrete or anything, but he's number 35 in the heavyweight rankings on BoxRec.
Yeah.
Sure, would I have liked to see him fight maybe like a top 20 guy or something? You know, just get the dub under the belt against like a competent dude. The 282 for Mariusz Walk. Like, Anthony Joshua is trading at like minus 1,100 on Kalshi. Tyson Fury is trading at minus 3,500, which I think is value even there. Christian Pranga would be like a minus 1,000 against Mariusz Walk.
Yeah.
He'd be like at least like a minus 500 for real.
No, he would.
The Tyson Fury one is...
Yeah, 90% for Joshua.
Yeah, makes sense. I think 95 might be too low.
It's a proper... Oh, man, definitely. Tyson Fury will not lose this fight unless he's absolutely shot, unless he's injured.
I'm not kidding. If he loses this fight, you can't do him versus Joshua.
No, you can, but...
It's just, why the fuck would
my thing is...
Who did he lose to?
No, they'd actually be like, no, but actually who? Tell me who he lost to. I don't actually know.
I don't know.
Who is
it? They just put up a picture of Mariusz Walk?
Who
that doesn't help me at all.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is.
They're like, don't you know the number 640th ranked heavyweight on BoxRec? I think they should have... I understand the perspective. I know you, Ariel, many others. I think I'm in the minority here. Have said it's understandable for Anthony Joshua to want a tune-up fight. I wish they just did Fury versus Joshua. I don't think that this is...
I'm seeing this abomination. Yeah, we could have just gone to Wembley this weekend.
Just do it.
Nothing else going on. Beautiful summer day in London, England.
If this fight gets fucked up again, and we see the Kalshi odds,
dude,
that
61% is pretty low.
If this fight gets fucked up again, I will be distraught. Like when there were talks of Mayweather Pacquiao, which I thought at the time was going to be like the fight of the century. I was all the way in on that fight. It took 5 years for them to actually get it done.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was too late. Fury versus Joshua is like fucking 12 years in the making at this point. Get this shit done.
I'm not even going to lie to you. Every boxing fan that I talk to about it is like, who the fuck cares about Fury Joshua?
It is starting to get there.
It's going to sell out Wembley.
It will sell out.
It'll do a ton of views.
We'll watch.
On Netflix. I will watch, yada, 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 all that. But like, people who aren't in this industry, who don't work by this, like, the resounding sentiment is just like, who gives a fuck about that fight anymore?
It's past its shelf life, but the further past its shelf life it continues to get, the worse. And it's just time. It's just time.
It's like Islam versus Ilya in like 2034, and neither of them have been champs in like 3 or 4 years. It's like, oh, okay, sure. At one point, these guys were like the absolute cream of the crop.
What's the actual MMA comparison right now? What would it be right now? Connor versus...
Was Izzy supposed to fight anyone that we didn't get?
Izzy versus John. The thing is, John's probably still too good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Izzy versus John is the best comparison. People would still watch Izzy versus John.
Yeah,
people watch the fuck out of Izzy versus John.
Except just like
But it does feel like it's later, too late in the game. Anyway, I hope both of them win. I'm not trust me, I am not rooting for either guy to slip on a banana peel on failure here because I still want to see this fight. But I just hate that we're
shirt in your backpack.
I just hate that if they had fucking Christian Prenga shirts, that would be incredible.
Make one.
But
need a Marius Walk shirt.
They definitely don't have those. But I just wish we were not getting this. But I'm still hoping, I'm still knocking on wood that they both come out, are successful, uninjured. Everybody is successful and uninjured, and then we get that fight at Wembley or somewhere else.
Spence versus Zoo on the Amazon Prime card on Saturday night. First time back for Spence in 3 years.
Okay.
Since July 29th of 2023. Obviously lost to Terrence Crawford. His first career loss in that one. Win to that fight, though. Essentially coin flip odds against the now pound for pound. Well, was the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world when he retired.
Yeah. Errol Spence is one of the... At his peak, Errol Spence was one of the best fighters in the world.
53%.
The closeness of this line surprises me. I have to be honest.
If Errol Spence comes back similar to what he was before this, I think he wins this fight all day.
I'm with you, and I'm surprised that this is as close as it is. The more I've been looking into it, because when we were talking about it yesterday, I was just shocked at the fact that this is lined so closely. The more I looked into it, people really, really believe that Errol Spence is just shot. They think he is not a fighter anymore. They think this layoff, combined with the damage that he took from Terrence Crawford, combined with the car accident, the entire run from when he was a pound for pound great to now, people just really don't believe that he's back. People just do not believe that he can fight anymore, which is like, I guess maybe I'm jaded or not jaded. Maybe I'm naive because I've seen people come from long layoffs. Like in MMA, I have seen this before, right? A guy like Dominic Cruz his knees were shot and there was no way that he was going to come back. And he comes back and beats like a TJ Dillashaw. I believe that Errol Spence can still be a top fighter again, but maybe I'm being naive. Maybe it is just that far past for Errol Spence. But at their best, Tim Tszyu cannot beat Errol Spence.
No.
He's not in that caliber. But Tim Tszyu has been an active fighter while Errol Spence has not. So people are really banking on the fact that like Errol is completely shot and not coming back. I'm more hopeful. I'm more thinking that like the time off probably did him some good, not having to jump back into this and feel like he had pressure to fight somebody. That Terrence Crawford opportunity was the big opportunity of his life, and he lost it. But there was a pressure to get back in there. The fact that he's been off, I actually think is probably a benefit, where he's been able to reset, figure out what he needs to do, and get into the training. If a semi-good version, if an 80% version of Errol Spence is in there, he's going to beat Tim. But if he's not, Tim might beat the brakes off him.
I mean, he is a vicious fighter, but it does feel like every time he takes this step up into this stratosphere, the Fundoras of the world, the Bakrams who all beat him, it just feels like he comes up short. And if Errol Spence, to your point, is 80 to 90% of what he used to be, I think he will win this handily. That's what makes this so exciting.
Most people seem to be banking on him not. Which is crazy.
We get to find out on Saturday.
Yeah, That's the best part. To me, this is the highest like leverage stakes, name intrigue fight.
Shockingly, it's this and Thad Gene versus Shamil Musayev.
Yeah.
And then, I guess Ankalaev Guskov after that?
I guess. Yo, shout out Chanko.
Zuffa Boxing is going to be at the theater at MSG. Edgar Berlanga fighting Stephen Butler. Richardson Hitchens also on that card. Shout out, local boy, fighting Ricardo Salas. They put the full MSG on there. It is the theater. No one loves the theater at MSG more than these two guys, Edgar Berlanga, Richardson Hitchens. I've seen both of them fight there, and I actually wasn't aware, apologies because there's 900 events going on, Edgar Berlanga was fighting this weekend, and someone was like, oh yeah, Berlanga's fighting this weekend. And I was like, where is it? At the theater? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, of course it is. I knew it. Shout out to the Infosys Theater. I'm an elder statesman at this point. I remember when it was the Hulu Theater.
I remember when it was just a theater and there were no sponsorships and naming opportunities.
Good times. Good times.
It's a good boxing venue.
Great boxing venue. Absolutely love it. Great darts venue as well.
That's a good point. It's a great venue, period. Like, it really is like a nice experience. It's good for boxing. Interesting to see a Zuffa card, like, on the road and in New York and see how they perform. It just feels like it's flying under the radar. Like,
so bad.
We're here in New York and it is not anywhere. Like, nobody's hearing about this fight.
I literally walked in today.
I saw a PFL Long Island promo for next week at Penn Station. Penn Station
will be in the house.
Penn Station underneath MSG. Yeah. I did not see anything for this.
That's crazy. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be in the house, UBS Arena. What do you think the seating's going to be like at that?
In terms of what?
They're not selling 18,000.
Oh, no. Yeah, I can't imagine.
No.
Actually, I mean, we can check. Do they have it all the way open? Let's find out.
There's no way they don't.
PFL.
Yeah, that is crazy, though. We didn't even... Can't even get a poster for.
I'm underneath Madison Square Garden, and I'm looking at PFL promos and not.
Make sure you go to UBS Arena next Friday.
Yeah. Get out of this arena.
Well, you look that up. A couple other events going down. Karate Combat 62. Sam Alvey, Uriah Hall, light heavyweight scrap in Miami.
Okay, so they've
KC 62.
I don't believe they're selling any upper bowls, and they've tarped off a behind half.
Oh,
so it's
just find a different venue.
Ring in middle.
Honestly, why not just do it at the theater?
Nah, the theater's too small. What is it? What is it, like 2K? I forget.
Nah, it's like 5.
Oh, is it actually?
Like
okay.
5K,
So yeah, maybe. Nah, the theater's got Berlanga.
That's next week.
And then some other thing. Darts. Yeah, like, who knows?
You were cutting off the whole upper bowl, and then we're tarping, and it's tough, man. Stuff. Either way, we will be in the house. It's going to be great. Was it Josh you were saying biggest Karate Combat ever?
That's how they're labeling it.
Biggest by what metric?
Their metrics.
Yeah. Well, I wish him the best of luck. BKFC.
Wait, are we not going to do a Sam Alvey versus Uriah Hall breakdown?
There it is. You just did it.
All right.
BKFC making its debut in Uruguay.
Shout out.
Everyone knows it's Reno versus Boyd in the main event, lightweight bout. But we're much more concerned about that co-main event. Guido Canetti.
Hey, a vet. Who's he facing?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one as well.
We're talking about Argentinians being upset from the World Cup, and then you said Santiago Ponzinibbio. But they're going to get the Guido Canetti co-main event win, and the country's just going to be on vacation the next day.
If Guido Canetti loses, there will be riots. Uruguay neighbors Argentina, if I'm not mistaken, and they are not afraid to cross that border in the name of Guido Canetti to go to support. If he falls short in Montevideo, there will be riots. People will not be happy.
I wasn't aware of how popular Guido is.
Guido Canetti?
Yeah.
They say as they walk around the streets of Buenos Aires.
Oh, you do ball, dude.
It's obviously Lionel Messi 1.
Ponzinibbio?
Guido Canetti 2.
Whoa, what?
Diego Maradona 3. Santiago Ponzinibbio 4. That is essentially the Mount Rushmore. And most people give an honorable mention to Aileen Perez as the 5th.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Eva Perón.
Shout out to Eva Perón as well.
Angel De Maria?
No. Yeah, Angel De Maria doesn't get mentioned in the Mount Rushmore takes, but that's a top 10 Argentinian as well.
There is an Argentinian seething right now. There is an Argentinian viewer of this show who is like his teeth are about to get ground into dust.
Or he's seething at the idea of Buenos Aires burning after Guido and Ponzinibbio both come up short.
Oh, right. That's right.
A Canetti-Ponzinibbio parlay is going to feed a few families down in Buenos Aires. I can tell you that much. It's going to be great. So, yeah, all in all, your weekend slate. Friday, you got Tyson Fury versus Mariusz Wach.
Yep.
And then I think it's all on Saturday from there.
I think this is the case. We can't watch this, right? The Tyson Fury?
Oh, yeah. Cannot watch it anywhere.
But maybe we'll get like social? Or do you think they'll like have like a policy where you can't spoil it?
I think it's going to be.
It has.
It's going to be a la Spaten Fight Nights, the Chael versus Anderson Silva thing.
Out, yeah.
What did you just say is on Sunday? Spence?
Zuffa,
yes. Zuffa is on Sunday.
Zuffa?
Proper. So you got UFC Abu Dhabi, you got PFL Washington, you've got Pranga Joshua, you got Spence Zoo, you got Karate Combat 62, you got BKFC in Uruguay, you've got Zuffa Boxing on Sunday. I mean, it's a jam-packed weekend.
And GFN Israel versus the world.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah. I forgot you owe us a breakdown of this. You guys were drooling over this. You guys kept putting this poster up. So there's an Israeli fighter on every fight on the card? What is GFN?
It is Gordon Fight Nights, I believe.
Gordon.
I believe it
Gordon
is
who?
Gordon.
Also, this is the first event ever?
Yeah, GFN 1, man. Israel versus the world.
Is that John Lineker in the main event?
Yes, it is.
What the fuck is this?
John Lineker against the Zohan.
Triple main event.
Triple main event. Wow, a la the MVP card back in May.
Natan Levy is on this card.
What? Seriously?
Wait, Natan Levy versus Lando Venata.
What?
I was telling you guys about this before, and you kept blowing me off. And Josh was like, "Why are they being so mean to you?"
We've been
Where
saying,
is this?
This is in Tel Aviv, Monday morning, 11 a.m. You're not waking up for this?
Monday, I mean, I hope I'll be awake by 11 a.m. on Monday morning, but but this is just so random. Shout out to Lando Venata and John Lineker for.
Is Monday's show not a watch party?
I guess it is. I guess it is. GFN.
This guy in the main event. Oh, wait a minute. His last name is Gordon. Oh, wait a minute. The top three guys, the Israeli fighters, are named Gordon. Now this is starting to come together.
Wait. What are their names?
Ahavat Gordon, Roush Gordon, and Kabedi Gordon. I'm sure I slaughtered the pronunciation.
I didn't even realize that.
Fucking hell. So what is this? Just their families putting on a fight card?
It seems that
They're like, John Lineker, you want to fight one of our sons?
Lucas Almeida, Eloy Barzilay?
Lucas Almeida's on this card?
Yes.
Who else?
This is as legit as it gets, man.
Wow. All right.
Are they brothers?
11 a.m. Dude, I don't know, man. This is news to me.
There's one MMA fight, 5 kickboxing fights, and then 6 Muay Thai fights.
Oh, so this is sort of one championship-esque. Shout out to John Lineker.
Yeah, it's a little platter. You get a little bit of everything.
Wow, that'll be exciting. I can't wait. Where can we watch that at? DAZN?
That is a phenomenal question.
Yeah. We'll find out. Maybe stream it on YouTube. Maybe Gordon's YouTube channel we can watch it on.
Maybe Facebook Live?
The Facebook Live prelims.
I actually think I did
GFN
see
1.
something about one's Facebook.
Oh,
One?
You think this is in connection with one championship?
Let me do some research. You hit the prediction, pals, and then I'll come back to you.
Let's rip the predictions, pals. I've already gotten Pete's pick. It is going to be Chanko. Before we get to that, though, just want to say, a lot of green on this thing last week. A lot of green, baby. Prediction pals in the green, 2 and 3. What more do you want from us? And I mean, you could have gotten in late on this. This was the last 4 fights of the night. And we just went cha-ching, cha-ching.
Not a sweat amongst them, huh? Just cruising.
Nah. Cruise control for all 4. And we plan on doing the exact same thing this week. Pete's pick, Chanko Magomed Zainukov. Frankie, who you got, brother?
Abdul Hussein.
Wow.
The curtain jerker itself. We're going to start off the night where I
Quick on the draw. Could you give me a breakdown of why you're so confident in Abdul Hussein?
Yes, I could. But I'm not going to because I'm also announcing my new MMA show. Mysterious Frank breaks down the Abdul Hussein fight before this weekend's card. It will debut tomorrow night.
And where are fans going to be able to watch this?
Jordan is also researching that. Yeah,
okay.
I do have an answer on the GFN.
Okay.
It's actually not on Facebook. It's on millions.co 1999 pay-per-view.
It's a pay-per-view.
But not associated with one.
No, I must be mistaking that with something else. Sorry.
I think
the main event guy did have some Friday night fights fight. So maybe that was it. You're looking at his record.
That's a $20 pay-per-view at 11 a.m. on a Monday morning.
Listen, I mean,
I'm in.
Josh is in.
I guess we can all buy it and gather.
We do have an opportunity to do one of the funniest things ever, which is Frank like going live on Instagram off camera and breaking down.
What's up, guys?
The curtain jerker of UFC Abu Dhabi.
I'm here to talk about what's his name? Abdul Hussein. Yeah, I'm here to talk about Abdul Hussein versus Cody Gibson
on the uncrowned Instagram. That actually would be quite good.
Like a deep dive breakdown.
Let's do it.
I'm assuming you're ready for that.
I feel like we got it.
All right. Abdul Hussein, who are you taking?
Give me Sammy Pats.
Okay, we're bouncing back after the MVP loss.
I feel like he's still an exciting prospect. The physical gifts are still there. I like him in this fight.
I am going to go to the main event. I'm going to take Magomed Ankalaev. I think it's just too short notice for Bogdan Guskov, and I just think there's levels to it. I think Ankalaev gets it done. Oh,
look at that.
Oh, he got the full name.
Hey, Magomed
John
Chanko Pork Zainukov, Sam Patterson, Magomed Ankalaev, Abdul Hussein. We could have gone triple Magomeds. I heard Big Josh took the triple Magomed combo.
I can confirm I took the three market combo, the three Magomeds. The only UFC card in history with three fighters with the first name Magomed.
That's huge.
It's clear as day.
That's huge, man. Tukalov, Zainukov, and Ankalaev. All trading at 80.
Yeah, they're trading at 74 plus.
All big favorites. I mean, it's typical, you know. Magomeds are typically favorites.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a stat where like people with Magomed in their name
or is it Ov on the end?
Is it Ov or Magomedov? Because that has Magomed in the name. It was something like they were like 112 and like 9 all the time. Something insane. All right, that's the prediction, pals. We're just gonna win again. I don't know if we're ever gonna lose.
I agree.
Fast forward to Monday. So we lost the prediction, pals, this week, eh?
Nah, we're never going to lose.
All right, let's go to our pound-for-pound rankings this week. In honor of the Anthony Joshua Christian Pranga fight, and, you know, Christian Pranga being...
Wait, that's how we got to this one?
What do you mean?
I didn't even know.
Being a bit of an unknown commodity, some people have been disrespecting him and calling him Pringle, which just opened up a fantastic opportunity for pound-for-pound chip rankings.
Oh, that's okay.
Were you thinking because of John Pork Rinds?
Maybe something like that.
One type of chip. There's too many connections. It was written in the stars. I do want to go ahead and preview next week in honor of Shark Week, pound-for-pound sharks. That'll definitely be a thing.
All right. I'm going to let my daughter do it if that's all right.
Oh, yeah. It's great. Frankie, what's the order, brother?
The order
Yeah. Tell me, man.
is Frank,
Okay.
followed by Connor.
Sweet.
And then we'll have Rick finish us off.
Wow. Mix up.
My number 5 is Ruffles cheddar and sour cream flavored potato chips.
Solid.
Bomb.
For some reason, when I'm eating them, I crave dipping it in sour cream. I don't ever do it, but I'm like, damn, I just want some more sour cream.
I really appreciate this 240p image as well.
You're welcome.
Looks like it's straight out of a vending machine. I love it.
Actually, it was a crumpled up bag that I finished. I was like, shit, I need to uncrumple this and take a picture.
I can't lie. Just looking at those look fantastic.
Yes. With the picture of the wedge of cheese with sour cream dollop on top.
A disgusting combo, but mind-bogglingly good chips.
Then my number 4 happens to be the classic Doritos nacho cheese.
The red bag.
Yeah.
Red bag. I actually remember for a while you could only find nacho cheesier. Do you guys know what happened to that?
I don't even know what that is.
I know what they are, but I don't know.
I think someone at Frito-Lay was like, we need to pump the brakes. We can't make these cheesy.
Too cheesy, yeah. We're actually losing money on how cheesy these are.
Yeah.
I see you frequent these when they got them at the snack bar here at Yahoo.
They're
I see you
a go-to.
snagging.
I have to admit, though, sometimes I'm like, I want a bit of the blue.
A bit of the blue.
And I don't know why they haven't done like a cross-contaminated bag where it's just a little bit of both.
Okay, can I ask you something important?
Yes.
Do you guys like the Doritos like Taco Bell stuff? Like the Doritos Locos Taco
Doritos
and all
Locos
that
Tacos,
stuff?
nah.
Doritos Locos Taco Supreme is the best taco to go.
All right, so Jack's a fan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Josh is shaking his head.
While I'm on my soapbox here, sometimes I'll see on social media people making nachos and they use Dorito nacho cheese chips. I can't stand
It's a
that.
lot. It's a lot, huh? It's a lot.
Also, if you guys have ever had those walking tacos in the Doritos bags, also
No.
gas.
What is that?
if you get like a big bag of Doritos, they would do it at like music festivals and stuff I've been to, but you get a bag of Doritos and then it's just like they put ground beef, a little bit of tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, and then they mix up the bag and you get like a fork and eat.
I thought that was like a Fritos thing from like
Frito pie.
Frito pie.
Oh, they do it. Yeah, they do it with Doritos too. I'm pretty sure.
But moving on to my number
Frank,
3.
one more thing.
What's up?
I looked this up because I thought I had seen it. They do have the collision bag that is the blue and the red mix.
Did they call it a collision bag?
Yeah, collisions is what they called it. But they've done mixes before.
You guys ever had the Doritos 3D?
Yeah.
No, what is that?
It's almost like Dorito Puffs.
It was a short-lived thing, right?
Yeah, and they came in like a really like athletic tube.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Shout out to
Athletic,
them.
huh?
Yeah, you could like carry it everywhere, pop it open, pour them in.
While you're running, just pour it all over your face.
Yeah, shout out to Doritos 3D, man. There's some great chips out there. I'm really happy with this list.
Yeah, let's just get through this one real quick and we can hear all about yours. My number 3 is Cape Cod kettle cooked potato chips, specifically the sea salt and vinegar flavor.
Yeah.
I love the canker sore that it gives me in the corner of my mouth. I like the fact that I'm usually eating it with something else that's overly salty, but I just can't say no.
It's like eating warheads.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, it's insane. It's my number 3. My number 2, I haven't actually found a good source of them in New York. It's a little disappointing, but it's the Munchies snack mix, specifically the flaming hot flavor. You got a little bit of everything. You got the Cheeto, the Sun Chip, the Dorito, and then some pretzels just to cool things off a little bit. It is.
Yeah, that's what they usually do.
This is I don't know, like whoever came up with this, but they were probably high when they did it, and they unlocked the cheat code of how to provide when someone has the munchies.
Okay,
Never
but
been a Munchies
interesting.
guy.
No munchies in it.
I don't know what Munchies are.
Munchies is the chip. Munchies is the chip brand.
Oh,
it's like a straight baked. I think it was a baked chip.
Never heard of it.
Wait,
Nothing.
seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
always
It was
thought
like
this was just a Lay's or Frito-Lay.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of Munchos. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all good.
Thinking of Munchos.
I'm pumped for this number 1, man.
Yeah, my number 1 all-time chip is honestly just a tortilla chip.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, boo on you.
Is this the brand that you like best?
I like this brand a lot, but like I honestly I do not shame it. Give me a tortilla chip. Give me some salsa specifically.
Okay. Important question. Is it still number 1 without the dip?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's just such a go-to. You know, if I'm at a restaurant and they throw it out, I'm there. If there's a bag of it in the pantry, I'm there. Yes, it has made extra even better when there's, some picante, some fresh salsa, some guac, whatever else. But that's what's great about it. It's also a good catalyst to bring other happiness to your life. And I for one, am here for it.
I respect a good tortilla chip.
For sure.
I respect it.
Please, Connor.
I don't admire it, but I do respect it.
Tell us what's next.
All right, number 5 for me. I really only see these in sub shops or like convenience store gas stations. I don't really ever see them at the grocery store. And that is Zapp's Voodoo Chips.
Oh, yes.
Specifically the Voodoo there. Yeah, I mean, the bag is a winner just before you even get it, but then the chips themselves are also fantastic. They go just perfect with a sandwich. I think of these and I think of having them with a sub sandwich because I always just see them at the sandwich shop or the gas station. A very unique flavor.
Yeah, the New Orleans style. They're great.
Yeah, shout out. Love a good bag of Zaps. Number 4. This one is like convenience store extraordinaire. I'm on a road trip and I'm crushing an oversized bag. Easy honey barbecue Frito twists. Not your regular Fritos.
Whoa.
Gotta twist them up.
Never even heard of these.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding.
Oh my God, let's get you to a bodega.
These are unreal. These are unreal.
Texas.
You know ball, Jordan.
Sizable bag every time. It's not like the little mini bags. I can absolutely house these there. They are phenomenal. They are my 4th favorite chip of all time. My number 3, everyone loves the Flamin' Hot. Flamin' Hot got the movie. Flamin' Hot got the love in Frankie's list. Everyone loves the Flamin' Hot. Let me get my fingers all red and my face all red, yada, yada, yada. Love Cheetos. Love Cheetos spicy, but not from the Flaming Hot. Cheddar jalapeno Cheetos.
Respect it.
Bit off the beaten path. Just as spicy, different flavor though. To me, personally, blows the Flamin' Hot out of the water. Another thing similar to I feel like wherever you're going to find barbecue Frito twists, you're gonna find the cheddar
got the
jalapeno Cheetos
off-brand.
right next to it. Yeah, it's sort of like the alt brand. Chips. These are unbelievable. I absolutely love
Have
them.
you eaten them from a mason jar, like in your picture?
No, but that's the only picture I could find of them.
Fancy.
Weirdly, yeah, it did look fancy. My number 2, Cape Cod as well. Love Cape Cod. No flavor actually, just the dark russet version.
Ooh.
Leave them in the oven a little bit longer. If you've ever had the extra toasted Cheez-Its, one of my favorite of all time. Don't really consider that a chip, more of a snack. This is kind of how that feels with the Cape Cod dark russet. A little bit
taste-wise, is it different, or is it just the texture?
It's a little bit bitter. Like, it's a little bit like there's a little bit of that like burntiness, but that's something that like I like. Fantastic. Texture is kind of the same, just like crunchy.
Oh, texture is
good.
the same. I thought it would be like
a little bit different texture, but like in terms of crunch. That's what I'm looking for in a potato chip. Need that good crunch. Need the heavy crunch. Okay. And for that reason, Cape Cod dark russet makes my number 2. Number 1 though, with a bullet. Again, really only see them in sub shops.
Uh-oh.
Don't really see them in grocery stores that much. Maybe I just haven't been looking. Miss Vicky's.
Oh, Miss Vicky.
Every time I look at that. That's a Firehouse hook and ladder. Miss Vicky's jalapeno. One of my favorite meals on earth. Maybe at this point, today's day and age, we hold the lettuce. But other than that,
extra lettuce.
Ripping.
Extra lettuce.
I'm absolutely ripping that. Fantastic. I'm big into like the spicy. I need some flavor. I need a lot going on. I need these alternate brands. If you're giving me a Lay's plain, no thank you. No thank you. But yeah, the crunch, the heat of the Miss Vicky's jalapeno, can't be beat.
That was an unreal list.
Tink you. Thank you.
It's a great list.
I like to say I know ball when it comes to chips.
It's a great list. I don't think we have any crossover, any of us, which I'm surprised about.
Oh, I love it.
I could have sworn you guys would have crossed over.
Chips are a real personal thing.
It is.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a journey that you have to take yourself. I know we're going to see a purple Doritos out of Rick. I feel strongly he's got a purple Doritos in there.
Interesting. All right. Let's kick it off. Number 5. This one's a bit of a newcomer for me. Was exposed to these recently. Didn't know about them.
Okay.
Got put onto them by my wife.
Okay.
But they have changed the game for me. They immediately went into the top 5. Recent entry. No nostalgia for them. Brand new for me. The Terra chip, but the screaming hot. Oh, man. They are fucking beautiful. They are incredible. I'm not like a big like veggie chip guy. Like I'm not like looking for healthy alternatives for most of these snacks, but their level of spice, their dusting of spice is just so far superior to everybody else's.
Okay.
It's truly spicy. Like it's not just like that artificial spice. It's truly got a tang to it, truly got a bit of a kick to it. The chips themselves are pretty solid, but it really is that spice. It really is that tang. Shout out to Terra for their Terra Screamin' Hot Chips. They're quite good. Number 4, this is all that artificial heat. It's not even hot.
Yeah.
It just tastes hot. You know what I mean? Like they say it's hot, but it's actually just hot flavor. And that's that Andy Capp's hot fries.
I knew
Give me them Andy Capp's hot fries.
Hot Cheetos. I knew.
Give me them hot fries. Give me them hot fries.
Summer camp, like basketball summer camp, and you've been running and playing all morning, and then your mom's picking you up, and you grab these out of the vending machine for $1. You're like, man, these aren't even that good.
Oh no, these are 25 cents. These are you go to the bodega, you grab a quarter water, you grab a hot fries after you just got done with the game. 1,000%. Never been a flaming hot guy. Give me the Andy Capp's hot fries. Also, just the cartoon Andy Capp is just funny to look at. Shout out to Andy Capp. Shout out to the hot fries. This is where my hot list ends, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Surprising. I'm the hot guy.
You're Mr. Spice.
I'm Mr. Spice, but this is where I get into flavor, and this is where I start to keep it simple. This is where I really drill down on my preferences. And number 3, Deep River. Deep River makes a nice one. They have like they have a matte prestige type bag like Cape Cod and all those others.
Oh, yeah.
But inside that bag,
the chip game.
Inside that bag, it better be the purple bag because it's that Maui. It's Maui onion flavor. The kettle Maui onion, sweet Maui onion from Deep River.
I respect this game.
This bag right here is so fucking elite. Now, the only reason it's not higher is because it's a very intricate flavor. This is not a daily driver for me. Like, I can't just eat these every single time. This feels more like a treat. But when you have that treat, when you get into that kettle cooked Maui onion, it's unbelievable.
Something about that kettle cooked too, man.
You have to kettle.
That extra crunch.
It's a great chip. This is my only like real traditional chip on my list. Like, it's a chip with flavor. Number 2, I'm surprised nobody else had it. I got to be honest.
Okay.
The namesake of this, why we did this whole thing. The mustache guy himself, the Pringle. It's fucking incredible.
I enjoy a Pringle.
It's a good chip.
Must be original. Must be original. I'm not a fan. Okay, here's where I have another confession. Not a cheddar guy. Like, don't really like cheddar potato chips. Also not a sour cream guy. Don't really like sour cream potato chips. So I know a lot of the variations on all of these, whether it be Lay's or Pringles or whatever, is like sour cream and onion or cheddar cheese or whatever. I like the original. There's something about the crunch. There's something about the snap. There's something about the texture and the flavor of a Pringle that cannot be replicated by the others, and I just love it. And it has nostalgia for me.
The issue with Pringle is that I have to put down like 15 at a time.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Stack.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's...
You pour them into your hand. You stick your hand in there.
I'm a hand-in guy, but once it gets to that bottom, you have no choice. You got to pour. What about you?
Yeah, same.
Are you dumping them out? Oh, okay. You got look, and also it's fun to do the little robot arm or whatever the fuck
But do you
did
ever
as a kid.
eat... Okay, I know you have like 15, but do you eat 15 in one stack?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
usually
like
my
a
go-to.
big-
as
That's
big
the
as possible.
problem. It's like-
as big as possible.
You're like, I'll eat 5, but I'll
I-
eat 5 in one bite.
I can control myself to eat 2 or 3 at a time, but that can is gone. Once it's open, it's done. Number 1, this one's a classic. It's a variation of something that you guys have touched on. It's the cheese doodle, the crunchy type. I am not a Cheetos guy.
Number one.
I am not a Cheetos guy.
brand
I am a
This is the
cheese
thing that
doodles
if your
guy.
parents saw in your Halloween bag, they would make you throw it out.
Yeah, Wise brand chip is
This is
crazy.
This is
No,
the best.
This is a good choice.
This is the best.
Beans
No,
bodega,
I actually
it's been
disagree.
sitting there
But
for
it's,
a
oh
few
yeah,
years.
the longer it's been sitting there, the better. You get that extra crunch. This is the premium chip. This is the number one.
No, I actually think it isn't the premium.
I think this
chip.
is like the Yankees version of just Cheetos.
And this is the important thing. It is much better than the Cheeto. The Cheeto Crunchy can't hold a candle to the Cheese Doodle Crunchy in that specific blue bag. Now they've, rebranded it and it looks different now, but that like sky blue mixed with royal blue kind of color, with the see-through that you could see it, that is the bag. That is the number one bag. The simplicity of it, the perfect cheese flavor, the perfect crunch. I like it in this. I like the corn in the cheddar combo. I don't like the potato in the cheddar combo, but cheese doodles, especially that crunchy kind, have always done it for me.
None of you guys like the puff cheese
No,
doodle?
the puff sucks. Puff sucks.
like the
Puff sucks.
styrofoamy one.
No, they suck.
Yeah, just
They
like
suck.
the extra texture.
If I'm gonna go puff, I go pirate booty. I go the white cheddar puff.
Yeah. Someone in the chat said that we actually should have done shittiest chips because there's so many good ones.
I see. Like it's so hard to find a shitty chip.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Anything
most
barbecue
chips
is shit.
Chips are great. Wow, yeah, barbecue Lay's. Oh yes, of course. My dad's chips. God damn it, we had a whole plan and a note to say none of us could rank my dad's chips because they're our favorite, and we fucked that.
Connor literally walked into the control room yesterday and was like, "We have to do this."
I was like, "No one rank my dad's chips because it's obviously all our favorite chips." And then we didn't do it, which makes it look like we hate them, which is not true. The salt and vinegar my dad's chips are unbelievable.
The spicy ones. I think
I love them.
It was either Serrano or jalapeno. I forget which one.
We fucked that.
They were fucking unbelievable.
We fucked it.
My dad's chips is floating above the list. Is floating
Shout out
above
to my
the list.
dad's chips. Goated. Yeah, we bottled that. We bottled that bad.
We blew it.
I have one honorable mention.
Yes.
I just didn't include it because it isn't it's technically a chip, but not really. It is the Gardetto's special request.
Not a chip. Not a chip.
You mentioned this on another list.
Cracker. Cracker.
Literally says chips.
I'm going in on these. I didn't count it because I don't really count it. I know it's garlic rye chips. These, I'm putting a bag down any day. These are just little, just crunchy discs. You just crunch, I ate it, I usually get them at the airport. I eat it on the plane, and if it's too quiet, I'm like, the person next to me is pissed, because it's just...
This is the captain speaking. Whoever's sitting in D17, would you please stop with the Gordetto special request garlic bread chips? I will land this.
Sir,
where's the jackhammer?
How did he get the Gardetto special request past security? I'm talking I can't hear anything once you start eating them. It's like the commercial for those, they don't need commercials because they're that good. The commercial is literally just someone trying to talk to you, and all you hear is just... It's deafening.
Speaking of which, why it was an honorable mention and why I don't think it qualifies as a chip, the methodology that I had, because I was actually curious if you guys were gonna ding me for Cheetos, which is technically a corn snack. My barometer for this, and you told me if you guys did the same, was if you're walking down that aisle with the wire racks and they're in the bags on that rack, that's a chip. Gardettos, for example, that would be on a peg. That would be across. That would be across from the wire rack with all the chips. It would be on a peg, and you'd have to grab it off.
I respect your perspective.
It'd be next to combos. It'd be next to something else.
Combos.
Yeah.
Anybody there?
Shout out, Couch.
I'm surprised Purple Doritos didn't make it. I agree.
I like
one honorable mention for me, and I didn't include it because it's kind of a more recent thing that I learned after we were on the show, is the Lay's prawn cocktail. Like, you got some for us for we were celebrating a UK card.
Yeah,
and I had them for the first time. I was hooked, but they're so hard
shrimp
to get.
Lay's?
Yeah, but it's in the UK. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So good.
They're okay. You're a big shrimp guy.
My list.
I could have done a whole Asian chip subset.
I feel like everyone loves the purple Doritos, but
I
you don't like them?
Even had is that the sweet onion?
Overrated.
Okay, can I give you a hot take?
Sweet chili.
The golden Doritos are actually better.
What is that, taco flavor?
No, it's what flavor is it? Look it up. I forget what it is.
Yeah, purple Doritos is spicy sweet chili.
No. Golden.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
Sriracha, Rick?
Sriracha.
The best Doritos are the gray ones. It's essentially the purple Doritos with no spice.
Gray Doritos.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How about the sky blue Doritos? Blazing
No, that's
Buffalo
barbecue,
Ranch?
bro. Barbecue. Fuck barbecue. Barbecue chips suck.
What about Lay's ketchup chips?
Ketchup chips are good.
Nah, I'm not a big ketchup guy.
But like we talked about yesterday with Helwani, I'll go all dressed if I'm going that route. Give me them all dressed.
Then there's the dark purple Doritos. That's the spicy nacho. Yeah. Any other honorable mentions before we move on?
No, I think we hit them all.
I got a few.
There you go. Okay, rip, Jack, rip.
Well, yeah, so I made a list here. My number one, I believe, was sweet and spicy chili Doritos.
Yeah.
The purple Dorito bag is just
He's calling
unreal.
you basic. Connor said you're basic.
Yeah.
Another thing we didn't mention, we mentioned the sour cream and cheddar Ruffles. The original Ruffles are just absolutely goated. I think those are the best chips for any sandwich.
Interesting.
The nostalgia feeling I get from that, like
You're talking just the wavy originals, like
the wavy original has to be wavy.
I need that ruffled dip with it.
You need that like Lipton sour cream dip. Incredible combo.
I think
you ever
Ruffles
heard of,
has their own brand now.
You ever heard of Hell of a Dip?
Sure have, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great dip for Ruffles.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
dip guy?
Big dip guy. And then
Stay off tobacco.
one of my personal favorites because of nostalgia is the Cheetos baked version.
Yeah, shout out
So
to Cheetos
the
baked.
Cheetos
White
baked
cheddar option in that one as
are
well.
unreal. Like
Yeah.
absolutely goated. I got them you get them for like $1 at the lunch line in middle school. Absolutely amazing. But yeah,
Pirate's Booty?
That's it.
I'm a big fan of Pirate Booty.
Yeah, Pirate Booty. Popcorners?
Like them too.
Yeah. Overall, chips are just kind of
Kettle
great.
One.
Kettle One vodka?
the kettle popcorners, but also Kettle One.
I don't know if I've ever had kettle popcorners.
Really?
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah, at the end of the day, chips are just great, huh?
Chips, they bring us all together.
Wait, you've never had the kettle popcorners? They're like one of the flagship flavors. It's the blue and the red.
Did PT describe to you the crisp sandwich that he eats?
No.
It's just two
Butter
pieces of
and-
bread with some potato chips in between.
No
Butter.
no
Butter.
sauce, butter.
Butter, yeah.
Butter, yeah. That's a thing in the UK. I respect it. At the end of the day, chips
though.
are
They're chips. They're not crisps.
chips are so good, man. Chips are
great.
They're great. You can just go through them. All right, Frankie, we got any voicemails, brother?
Ahoy, hoy.
What's up, boys?
What's up, man?
Misa Jack from Maryland. Shout out to the Honduran Prince, Frank, Andy. Missed you last week. Jordan.
Nice.
Hope you go on vacation soon.
Wow.
I just got one quick question.
Sure.
Or more of a suggestion.
Okay.
Nobody's really suggested Connor versus RDA yet. Both coming off the knee series. Could also close that chapter. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.
When was the last time RDA fought? Thank you for the call,
been
by
a
the
while.
way. That was a very deep cut call.
Yeah.
Shouting out the Honduran
Misa, starting off with Misa.
Starting off with Misa is ball knowledge. I used that one this weekend and
didn't go hot.
I haven't heard from the girls since. But, what are you gonna do?
Text or in person?
In person. In person.
In person, Misa?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Initial hug, whispered it in her ear. I don't know. RDA's lost 4 of his last 5, and we haven't seen him in 2 years.
Connor, we haven't seen in 5 years, and then snapped his ACL.
But is there a clamoring for Rafael dos Anjos?
I think you can get by with Max the same way you can get by with RDA. I don't hate it, though.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to happen.
No, neither do I.
I just can't imagine Connor's going to go from it has to be Max to, yeah, sure, RDA. Why not?
Yeah. I don't know. But it would be a way to make it a fairer fight, but yeah.
If I'm ranking them, I think it's that I think in the likelihood would be Max, Chandler.
To happen or you want to see?
No. To happen. Max, Chandler, Diaz.
I think Praches is.
What's up, boy?
Go ahead, Frank.
Boy, Carlos again. Purpose Crease. Just watched that boy.
Hey,
Alvin Hines getting knocked out. Very upset.
Oh. Who? Alvin Hines getting knocked out. He's upset.
No woo today. No woo.
No woo.
Yeah.
Damn. Josh, that's one of your compadres right there.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm pretty sure he's actually on a flight to Israel for the GFN backup, so.
Nice. Oh, Alvin Hines is.
The Hines Hive is alive and well. But,
the
but
Hines
sad
Hive
day.
heads to the Middle East. Speaking of the voicemails and culinary delights, we actually did get a tweet from Matt, the originator of the Mongolian beef, and he sent us a picture of the Mongolian beef.
What?
That he sent the voicemail about. I believe we do have it. There it is. Not going to lie, Matt. You say you were feeling pretty good. I'm not so convinced. I am not so convinced, man. This is the Mongolian
This looks
beef
like
I
Connor's
had brought
nightmare.
up.
This looks like Connor's nightmare.
This looks like you ate the Mongolian beef and then put it back on the plate.
Good God.
I would eat the shit out of that.
Yeah.
I would eat the shit out of that.
Yeah?
Yep.
Shit is the right word.
That's fucking crazy that was your hungover meal.
No, that's a perfect meal right there.
It looks like he probably felt.
Perfect meal?
I'm all in on that.
And those are mushrooms. Next
He had like
to it, right?
crisped up mushrooms.
Where did
like
he-
crispy
where did he say he was from,
chipped
Ohio?
mushrooms.
Mongolia.
It's a fucking lot of mushrooms, man.
I see a
respect the
little
mushrooms.
peppers,
It's actually
right?
not
Red.
that much beef.
Now, there's tons of beef.
What's
No, the
like-
beef is all around there.
That's beef all in that top right slot?
Yeah, it's all
Yeah, and
slices
then
of
on the
beef.
bottom too. Look at those big hunks of beef.
The thing is, like, no carb, no rice, noodles,
Yeah,
something to
yeah,
soak
Nah, you
up.
got to put the
Soak
rice.
it
The
up,
rice
man.
off to the
You
side
need
for
the
sure.
rice.
The rice off to
The
off to
table
side.
concerns me as well. That table looks like it's
real
either
close
the
to the
best
edge.
place you've ever been or the shittiest place you've ever been. There's
It ain't
no
no
in
ICs,
between.
that's
Matt,
for sure.
don't let these guys get you down. Me and you, I'm riding out there. We're eating that Mongolian
You
beef,
guys
and we're
can go
feeling
hang out
real
in the
good.
bathroom together.
Matt.
Yeah.
Glad that we've moved on from
Bathroom,
raw
you,
talk
Frank.
to
This
beef
shit wouldn't
talk.
even make a dent in my stomach. I wouldn't even fucking.
I'm worried you don't have a stomach.
Yeah.
I think that's what your trick is.
Actually, we didn't move on from Rod Talk to Beef Talk. Beef Talk is just a new segment.
Version?
Sponsored by IC Mongolian Beef. Is that what it's called?
YC.
YC Mongolian Beef. No, hit the music, man. Come on.
Hello, can I put in an order for some chow mein, fry rye, and a large Mongo beef? Thanks. That's for Sal in Vegas. Later.
The
A
Mongolian
large
beef.
Mongo beef.
Calling it Mongo Beef is fucking crazy. When's the next time a Mongolian fighter fights? Because we're definitely doing Fight Feast Mongolian.
There have been very few, right? There was the
guy with the insane name.
Yes.
Nurmobile or whatever. There's got to be someone soon.
Yeah.
Mongolian.
Fuck, I can't even pronounce it, but yes, the
UFC
same
fighter.
guy that we're both thinking of. Yes.
We'll get Frank to wear a Genghis Khan costume.
Deny Garel. Remember him?
Niam Jargal.
Yeah, that.
Tumen
I wasn't
Dimbarrel.
even gonna try that name, but yes.
The Art of the Knockout. Wait, is Mitebek? Nah, he's
No,
like
no.
Kyrgyzstani.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tormentor. That's a guy fights on one Friday night fights on July 31st. Let's see. Tool Nyambar, JCK Kings. Yo, there's a guy on the road to UFC on August 28th. In honor of Daji Soren Chagnadorj. We're here
Can we do it?
Yeah, no fights Damn. Okay, Tumenden Barrel is coming off of a win back in March against Cody Durden.
Next time he gets booked.
So, like, we'll see him. Next time he gets booked, we're up, boys. Mongo beefs all around.
Do we go? Do we know where Matt is?
No, I'm not eating that.
You're not eating it?
No, I'm not eating that.
Oh, man.
I can tell you he wasn't in Mongolia.
I'm down. Yeah, he was not in Mongolia. I know that for a fact.
Best Mongolian beef NYC? I'm looking for just a review.
PF Chang's?
Wegmans.
No, PF Chang's.
Yangnang?
Yao Ming?
It looks like the best Sichuan?
No, Szechuan, not Mongolian.
Any good Mongolian restaurants in New York? Either way, let's keep it rolling. But yeah, Mongo beefs all around, boys.
Boys in the back. It's Jimmer.
Jim!
Just got one question this week, and it's honestly fucking hilarious that we've gotten to the point where this is a question, a legitimate question.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you guys think is a more realistic possibility? Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 3 or Conor McGregor versus Logan Paul in the UFC, WWE, boxing, whatever? What do you think is more likely? Anyways, deuces. Love you guys.
Thanks for the call, Jim. I'm going to go with Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 3.
I think it's more likely, but I don't think either is unlikely. Like, I could see his fight after the next UFC one being Logan Paul, no problem.
I think he is too laser focused on returning from the way that he's talking to rematch Max. Also, there has to be something in his head as well that's just like, damn, that's as bad as it could have possibly gone. That is the worst case scenario, what happened on July 11th. It doesn't get any worse than that. So now I just need to get out of the contract.
Yeah.
If I can just put up half a fight, whatever. I'm off. The contract's all good. And I wouldn't be surprised if he boxed Jake Paul instead of Logan.
Jake, Logan, Nate. The options kind of open up once that happens. Mayweather.
Yeah.
I don't think either is an impossibility, but I would say Max seems the most likely at this moment.
24-inch subs here, calling about the Odyssey.
Oh, God.
As a person that family somewhat is descendant of Greek heritage here, okay?
Oh, God.
Is this movie, The Odyssey, a good representation of my people way back in the day? Read the story in high school, somewhat remember it. I think I saw the episode of Wishbone back in the day with The Odyssey.
Fucking legend.
Shout out Wishbone.
Yeah.
Is it a good representation of my movie? All I got is my big fat Greek wedding, which, let's be honest, sucks. That's all. I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think people are going and seeing The Odyssey and being like, those Greeks.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's like pro-Greek. It's not like happy to be Greek.
It's just a story that's been told. I mean, I was randomly surfing the channels and I got on a Family Guy where they did an Odyssey thing. It's one of the most famous books of all time.
It's an epic. It's an epic tale.
Yeah. I mean, it's required high school reading in a lot of the country. Not down in Georgia, but a lot of the country.
Hey, what's up, boys in the back?
What's up,
This is Matt from South Side of Chicago again, calling back just to say thank you guys for riffing on my call like that the other week with the hungover and the Mongolian beef thing. That was some of the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Okay, so he's in Chicago.
And, I mean, when I put the phone down after making that call, I was like, God, that was the stupidest call ever. They're either going to not play it or they're going to play it and be like, who's this dumb fuck? But you guys... You played it, and you made some gold out of it. I mean, I didn't even think of that opening line, being funny or whatever. Which brings me to kind of what's going into my question. Okay. I've always had a knack for being unintentionally funny, I feel like. I'm funny normally when I'm trying to be, but sometimes when I'm really not, I'll catch someone with something and, really make them laugh. And I've definitely just noticed that. So, I wanted to ask, who is your favorite fighter or just person who's unintentionally funny? You can tell they're really not trying to be and they just are. My pick for fighter would have to be Tony Ferguson. I always just think just his mannerisms, the stuff he says, his sayings are all just incredible. And I really think it's all just genuinely him. And person, I think Frank's pretty unintentionally funny sometimes. I know he's trying every once in a while, but
he writes all his
sometimes,
jokes.
the mom's asking. I don't know if he was trying for that one or if that just came out, but hilarious. All right, shout out all you guys, and have a good one. Bye. My pick for fighter would have to be Tony Ferguson.
Frank with the remix.
Unbelievable call. I mean, you really gave us a gift with the Mongolian beef. The fact that like you were hungover, ripped the Mongolian beef, called us, and then like as soon as you hung up, you were like, why the fuck did I just say that? Makes it that much funnier. And now that we have the picture of you on the south side of Chicago, also, another thing about that I have to point out, that's clearly a dine-in. So you're hungover and you dined in at this, like, it's probably not like the nicest Chinese restaurant in the world. Mongolian? Do you think it was a Mongolian restaurant on the south side of Chicago, or do you think it was just a Chinese restaurant and you got Mongolian beef?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess at the next UFC Chicago, we got to go get Mongolian beef with Matt.
But you said you're not going to do it.
It was I will go get it from a respectable place. It was an all-timer. It was an all-time call, all-time moment.
There are multiple Mongolian restaurants in Chicago.
We need to know which one specifically.
When I think Mongolian beef, I think Chinese restaurant. I'm not going to lie.
PF Chang's, you know?
I think YC's.
You think YC's? Shout out to Matt.
Mongolian beef. The funniest part about all of this, you type in what is Mongolian beef. Mongolian beef is a beloved Chinese American dish, so it's just been like Americanized as fuck. Yeah. I thought Genghis Khan was ripping this.
He probably was.
Actually, here's the craziest part: Mongolian beef is a dish from Taiwan.
Jesus.
Shout out.
Next, you're gonna tell me pizzas from the United States.
Yeah, the dish is often served over steamed rice. You got somewhere to be, Frank? You all right, man? What's going on?
I'll remind you that earlier in the show, Frank said, let's just get through this one so we can get to your list. Frank is pissed. Frank is upset with us about something.
The funniest fighter unintentionally is a great question. McGregor.
Tony's a good answer.
Tony's a great one. McGregor, the way he says things with the accent and all that, like him being like, when he went on the rant sitting over here talking about Taporia, and he's like, I like the kid. Maybe. Well, just like things like that where he's like not trying to be funny, he's just ranting so much are quite funny.
Well, his unintentional comedy line of what's good Hollywood is just...
Yeah, I mean, that's the key thing here is like unintentionality of it all is like, I don't know, who else is funny?
I think Marab is clear. Marab is so clear.
You know, but he's intentional with his comedy.
I think sometimes he is, but I think he's also just sometimes absolutely insane.
Of course, sometimes for sure. But like once he started the skits, because I was going to say Armin, but like Armin does all the skits now. Okay. So like he's intentionally trying to be funny.
In that same vein, Islam is very unintentionally funny.
Islam might be the best one.
Islam is very unintentionally funny.
Dustin's
funny.
Dustin's just funny. Like pressing Helwani about the slur and everything. Like that was just funny.
Islam.
I guess
Islam
unintentional when he was like
exactly
when he was like even when I start drinking, we're going all 5 championship rounds. I was like,
nah, that's funny.
I was like, feel you on that one, man. My vote might be Islam, but fuck, there's also moments where Armin is funny as fuck unintentionally. Hello, how are you? I mean, oh wow, congrats is like the most unintentional funny thing ever. Yeah,
especially Ariel didn't even pick up on it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I became a United States citizen.
Oh wow, congrats.
I got
took all
married.
these tests. I worked real hard at it.
Oh wow, congrats.
You know that drop is so lodged into my brain. Anytime I hear someone say, oh, wow, which is a very common phrase here in the States, whenever someone says that, I always have to just, even if it's under my breath, just be like, congrats.
Oh, wow, congrats.
Oh, well, congrats.
You know who is very, there's a type of athlete that I think is funny. I can't tell if they're just funny and unintentionally funny, or only unintentionally funny. I don't know what the mix is, but there's like a type of athlete, and I'll start naming and you tell me if you're picking up what I'm going. Beast Mode, Ant Edwards, Jameis Winston. They just say some funny shit sometimes that it's like, I can't tell if they're trying to be funny in this moment. Just being real and their authentic self is funny. But those guys fucking crack me up, and I feel like they're
a lot of
kind
energy
like
there.
vein.
Like all those guys have a lot of energy.
But they
say wild shit.
They say wild shit that I can't tell if like they thought this would be funny to say, or they're just like, this is my real fucking answer, you know?
Jameis Winston, definitely.
Jameis Winston is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston says it not intending to be funny, then realizes it's hilarious, and is like, I'm going to just keep doing this, eating the W's thing.
He's just a goof, bro. He's a goof. I love him.
Those guys crack me up, those types of guys. Next one.
Hey, boys. This is Eric out in Denver.
What's up, Eric?
Hey, I have a legit question, man. I'm kind of going through some shit.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I love fucking MMA. I love everything about it, man. I've always been a fan. You know, UFC, I think 2 was when I started.
Damn.
I'm now 43. Since this whole Paramount deal, I've really been falling out of love with MMA. UFC, like, I've watched a handful of them, but honestly, a lot of them have just been like, miss me. Is it me? Am I going through something? Or am I just being hypercritical of Paramount and UFC? I feel that desire to want to watch it fading, man. And it really does make me sad because I worked my ass off. I used to look forward to having the weekend to watch it. Now I don't even know, man. You know, honestly, it's just been me and the Benjamin, so I don't know. I'm going through it. I definitely need some advice, maybe some words of encouragement. I hope you guys are well. Shout out for being dope. Thank you.
Appreciate the call, Eric. This is supposed to be for, like, as a fan, like, just your enjoyment. So, like, if you feel the desire to not watch it, don't watch it for a little while, and, like, maybe it'll come back. Maybe some storylines will progress that will pique your interest again. But, like, you should never be forcing yourself to watch sports. It should not be a chore. It's supposed to be something that you enjoy. It's supposed to provide escapism for you outside of the real world. I don't think it's a crazy thing to be, like, a little bit less interested. I think all MMA fans kind of experience that. It is sort of funny.
All fans of anything.
Yeah, of course, all fans of anything. But I feel like MMA especially, like, there's a pretty rapid drop off. Like, I have noticed myself, like, it's sometimes harder to turn on the prelims of the Apex cards. Like, you're just like, yeah, this one, like, this just isn't that interesting to me. Or some of even these fight nights and stuff. But my brother caught the bug. Gunnery Sergeant, shout out to him. He caught the bug from the White House card, and he's been texting me like, oh, shit, you guys had Dustin Poirier on? That's crazy. I've been seeing all the memes. Ah, man, I've been going down this rabbit hole about weight cutting, blah, blah, blah.
You know about this Mongolian kid on road to UFC?
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to 330 for Islam. Like, damn. Like, he's texting me after Oklahoma City, and he's like, damn, Usman's got a chin on him, huh? Like, things like that. And, like, I can see the interest and the excitement because, like, I feel like when you get into this sport initially, it is, like, the coolest fucking thing on earth. And then, like, it's a grind to keep up with. It's 40-something weeks a year. Like, all these other ones have off seasons where you can reset your interest. And it's like, oh, finally, fights. Imagine if, like, the NFL gets, 7 months from the Super Bowl to opening weekend? Imagine if it was like, dude, we haven't seen a UFC fight in 7 months. Holy shit, I cannot wait for Saturday. Like, that's how it would be. With this, there's just no off season. And if you've been watching it since UFC 2, you've made it much further than most, man. I would say it doesn't have to be a go away forever. It can just be you taking a break.
And maybe it's not even a break, like, in terms of, like, I'm going to not watch it for this long. It could even just be what you, like, check in when you want to check in. There's no like, we have a certain obligation, right? This is our job. We must, like, watch a certain amount of this to be able to be informed and, like, speak, about this with any kind of authority and understand what we're talking about. But as a fan, like, if I'm just a fan, I can't watch every single NBA game. I'd like to. I really enjoy the NBA, but I can't watch every single thing. So there is a point where I have to be selective with it. I would just say check in and out as you need. It's not an obligation, as Connor said, right? I presume it's not your job. I don't know. Maybe you are working in the industry in some capacity, but you don't need to be there for every single thing. Maybe this event is the one you skip and then you come back for the next one. Or maybe you're only watching numbered events, whatever it is. Find a way to make it enjoyable for you again, like Connor said. I don't want to read too much into it. It sounded like maybe you're going through things that are beyond this, and MMA is like that escape for you, or has been that in the past, and you're trying to go to that and it's not working. you got to find something else. You got to find that happiness. If it's making you miserable, you got to figure out a way to adjust it and make it work for you. So I'd say, to Connor's point, like, check in less regularly if you need to. Consume the things you really want to consume and block out the noise. I found myself doing this with like social media. Like, there's just a certain level of consumption of social media that just does not feel good at a certain point. It's too much. There's just a constant barrage. And so I've just turned that knob down a little bit. I'm checking in less, or I'm only going to these things. And so I think any kind of like fandom obsession that we have, you got to moderate that. You can't just feel like it's a train that you're not the conductor of. So tune that down a little bit, come out of it, and maybe find something new that's going to be that like kind of fulfilling thing for you. Don't make yourself miserable by doing it. And I think you'll find that like you're not missing anything that you can't catch up on, you know? And so, by the way, the UFC kind of does this by design. Like, the UFC constant stream of events is not sustainable for anybody to kind of keep up with. Their intention is to expose their product to people who might be tuning in for the first time, or like Connor's brother, are just now getting into it and catching the bug. The people who have been watching, you said you've been watching since UFC 2. I'm, somewhere in that range as well. Those early days, it's a lot that we've consumed, and it's not sustainable to just like be plugged into that forever. I feel the wear and tear of that as well. So I think you just turn that down, moderate yourself, find some other activities that can kind of fill that void, find a new thing that kind of like gives you that vigor and you can be obsessed with that, and then just sprinkle in the MMA for the things you really, really want. It doesn't need to be an obligation. Next one.
What's up, boys? I really hope this voicemail gets on this week. My name is Rylan from Indianapolis for 7 more days. I just want to get on here and thank you guys. The reason I say 7 more days, I am moving back to Denver here in a week.
Shout out.
And
You'll join
I was
Ariel.
kind of, long story short, I had to move back to Indianapolis for about a year and a half to help out some sick family members and stuff. And that resulted in me putting my training on hold, and basically I've just been stuck here coaching at a gym and working Amazon to get myself through this year and a half, and I'm finally in the position to be able to move back to Denver and train as close to full-time as possible. But I just want to thank you guys for, being around week after week, entertaining me on these routes. You actually made me excited to go to work here and there just so I could listen to you guys. But this Amazon job has been absolutely miserable. This last year and a half has genuinely been the worst time of my life. But you guys got me through. I am finally back in a good position. I'm moving back to Denver. And last week I heard someone, I forget his name, but he called and said that he had just started training at Tiger Beetle at Corey's new gym, and that's exactly where I'm about to try to come back to. So, homeboy, I forgot your name. I'll have to go back and listen to it, but hit me up here in about 2 weeks if you see me come through the gym. Let's link up. But thanks, boys. I appreciate you very much. Keep killing it. Peace.
My man, appreciate the call, appreciate the kind words. Means a lot, for real. Sorry you had to go through the caring for the sick family members. I hope you're on the other side of it, on to better things, moving back to Denver. We're just starting the BITB fight camp at Tiger Beetle. I mean, we need to get a plaque on the wall. I think we're going to have Corey Sandhagen on the show. I mean, we're going to have to go
we're the number one recruitment arm for Tiger Beetle. They're going to have to, thank us in some capacity.
We're going to have to go train out there as well. Get Eric to go too, from Denver, who just called, who was struggling with his interest. Maybe that'll pique his interest if he starts training himself at Tiger Beetle. And then naturally, of course, Amazon driver who trains. Whenever you're ready to step in the cage, we got a guy for you. A beast out of Iowa. Some call him a lion.
No, come on. We'll match our guys up with squash matches. We'll put them in against...
We'll put them up against the USPS bag carriers. Don't even get a truck. Cue the... USPS bag carrier calling in and being like, yeah, I'm a fucking animal because I carry that bag 5 days a week.
But yeah, I mean, as Connor said, sorry you're going through that. Glad you're on the other side of it. Glad you're able to get back to doing what you do. And shout out to Tiger Beetle. Enjoy that.
Tiger Beetle, man.
Hey, boys. Patrick calling from Charlottesville. Absolutely amazing show last week, but I just have one request. Can we get a We win. We're the worst ever. Dana White dropped in honor of that amazing rant he gave after the Kerr Stevenson fuck up from the graphics department. All right, that's all I got today, but thank you, boys.
That was a good Dana
Not a bad
rant.
shout. Not a bad shout. It was a good Dana rant. The whole presser there was good. It might have to check for some drops on that one. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment on the show last week. Are we back? Is the censoring up this week? We forgot to ask.
No, we're
not
cursing.
censoring.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
We're cursing up a storm. Not on Yahoo Sports Network. That's getting censored. Shout out to all our
Yeah,
viewers
censor
there.
that shit over on Yahoo Sports Network. Here, we're fucking and shit, you know?
Without the sex.
Precisely, Bahal. Bahal.
As Chael calls him, he calls him blow hall or something.
Bahal. Yeah.
All right.
What's up, boys? Shout out to y'all. I just heard that Connor's getting ready for his first half marathon. That's what's up, man.
Second.
I've called a couple times. It's been a minute though. I'm David from Texas,
Shout out,
the
David.
ultra trail runner.
Oh,
I
the
actually
ultra
have
trail guy.
An ultra
Fucking
on
hell.
Halloween. So right around the time that GC's gonna do his, man. Let me give you some advice, okay?
Come on. Yeah, let's hear it.
The best advice I can give you, bro,
And a full marathon.
just have fun with it.
Yeah.
If you put too much emphasis, too much strain on yourself, you're not going to perform well. But when you are having fun, you're going to perform well, and you're going to just crush the race. So just stick with it, man, and you'll do fine. I'm starting my training camp, I think it's August 26th or something like that. I do a 10-week training camp, do 2-a-days for 6 days, only take Mondays off. It's hard work, but, and man, that's ultra living, and I love this
That's
stuff.
ultra living, baby.
Shout out to you, bro. Good luck on the race. Kill that thing. You got it all day, bro.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have run one before, but it was back in 2023. So this will be the first one in like 3.5 years come time. When I finished the last one, I was like, I think I'm good. I think 10K is my limit. I much more enjoy running for speed than I do for distance. Just because my speed just decreases as the distance goes up, obviously. But yes, I appreciate the advice, man. You're a badass doing the ultras. Yeah, I am. I'm fully in training camp now. The lock-in has begun over the next 3 months. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Shadows no more come October, I'll tell you that much.
Just so people understand.
No
'cause
more
this
Twin
guy's-
Peaks.
This guy's called in a few times. Ultra marathon.
Yeah.
The shortest common ultra, this is according to Wikipedia, the shortest common ultra marathon is 31 miles.
Okay, my guess was going to be 50, but yeah.
And around 100 miles is typically the longest distance raced in under 24 hours.
Yeah.
So like, if he's doing 1 days, that's typically in there. But they also say, but there are also longer multi-day races commonly held as 48 hours, 200 miles or more. So like ultra marathon runners are just like freak people.
They just don't
like
stop.
Endurance freaks.
Literal endurance freaks. They're crazy. I follow a girl online who does ultra marathons, and like she just casually goes to the gym and runs a marathon on the treadmill.
Nuts.
Like 4 hours, just bangs it out. There's actually a thing on a YouTube video that just came out recently. I can't remember the name of the creator. She's super famous, but she did the Great World Race, which is where you run a marathon on every continent in 7 consecutive days.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Wait, Antarctica?
Yep.
What?
You start in South Africa, you run it there, so that checks off Africa, then you go to Antarctica, then you go to Australia, then you go up to Asia, over to Europe, down to South America, and then you finish in Miami. And they have a private 747, I think, and it's dedicated to them. When you land, you run in South Africa, immediately get on the plane, fly to Antarctica, don't even shower or anything like
All
that.
your recovery is happening on a fucking airplane.
All the recovery. And once the plane touches down, you have 8 hours to finish another marathon in Antarctica. And the plane has to take off after 8 hours because of Antarctica. The person, I can't remember their name.
It's fucking crazy.
It's a 3-part YouTube series. It is so good. Yes, Michelle Kerr. She's got like an insane amount of subscribers. Yeah, 5.5 million subscribers.
What's the name of this again?
Michelle Kerr, The Great World Race. I ran 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents. It is one of the craziest things I've ever watched. She absolutely kills it. It's like a professional documentary. It's unbelievably done.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, I recommend.
Imagine being able to tell somebody you did that. Just be
Dude,
like,
the people she meets along the way is like the sickest part about all of it. Because like there's got to be something different mentally for you to be willing to do that.
when you say the people, meaning the other runners, the fellow runners?
Yeah, she does like a documentary and she features like 7 or 8 of the other runners and they become like part of the story as well. It is so good. I cannot recommend it enough. It's a very inspirational tale. But like, yeah, it costs a shit ton of money to do. So like the people are all pretty successful, but then something has happened to them to force them to do this. She's doing it for content. The other people are doing it for much more like valiant reasons. So yeah, I highly recommend that.
Holy shit.
Shout out to you, ultra marathoner.
Yeah.
I'll stick to my 13.1. Thank you very much.
Guys, hear me out.
Yes.
Patty the Batty is like a Pokemon. He has to evolve. He's currently Patty the Batty. He needs to evolve to Patty the Baddest. Mother effer. New York, MSG against Charles. 10-year anniversary of the McGregor MSG date where he beat Alvarez. It just writes itself. Come on, you guys need to get behind this. Bye. Love you guys.
Patty the Baddest actually.
Is that what happens when he becomes champion?
Yeah. No.
Becomes Patty the Baddest?
BMF.
Oh.
The baddest.
Fuck. He didn't sell that well enough because I was like, why specifically Charles? And like, why now? I zoned out. That actually is a great call. When he was saying Pokemon Evolve, I thought he was going to be like Volkov with the braids.
Uriah
that's
to
Patty
Patty.
the Baddest. Yeah. Uriah with the braids, Patty, and then, yeah.
Patty the Baddest.
Patty the Baddie. Yeah, Patty the Baddest. Baddest motherfucker.
That would be
not a bad shout.
That would be pretty sick if he had that. Like,
that's not a bad shout. Yeah, and then I don't know who you get in the main event, but
that's not the main? Charles versus Patty?
I guess, yeah.
I guess it is MSG.
An actual title
I guess
fight
it is MSG. I don't know. Patty versus Charles is a big fight.
Yeah, of course. Armin and Justin.
Maybe. Yeah. Double championship.
I'm not down. Patty the Baddest, though. That's not
Patty
bad.
the Baddest is inspired. I really like that a lot.
Calling for the boys. Andy here, a.k.a. Showboatin' from Kentucky. I'm calling today because I heard a voicemail last week, and someone said they saw Frank in public, and he's now less mysterious.
No, he doesn't go out in public.
Frank, man, this can't happen. Nobody wants to see Frankie no more without mysterious or chopped liver. You're the hero of this pod. We can't have you be exposed. I know I can find the real you online if I really look, but I would never expose a hero like yourself. Wear a mask. Find some blur makeup. Something. We can't have this, Frank. Anyways, thank you guys for everything you do. Look forward to the show every week. Hopefully this voicemail's not too late.
It wasn't too late. Appreciate you, brother. Frankie, can we break the news that you're thinking about getting pixelation cosmetic surgery?
The doctors say that I have to go through a few more tests before they can actually approve that. But
Makes sense.
I thought Frank was telling me he was a vampire. Can't bring garlic around him, apparently.
Oh, wow. Did you say that, Frank?
I cannot confirm or deny.
I just like that he called you the hero of the pod. Like, that was a lot of respect given right there.
A lot of cosmetic surgeries going on around here.
Wait, what do you mean?
Frankie with his pixelation surgery. I might be getting Invisalign.
Is that
Do you
cosmetic
think
surgery?
Invisalign is surgery? It costs as much as surgery, so you fucked.
Yeah, might not for me. You never know.
Jordan's getting a lengthening procedure. I mean, it's a whole
yeah,
thing.
I forgot. Jordan's trying to get a little bit taller.
I'm actually getting some things removed from my mouth to lengthen something else.
To what?
Yeah, you guys will find out after the break.
Wisdom teeth?
Listen.
You didn't get your wisdom teeth taken out?
No wonder you're so smart, man.
Also, man, don't make fun of height lengthening. That is actually a real thing, and some of us in the back here take it very seriously.
I was actually joking about something else,
no reprieve.
if I'm being honest.
You don't have any excuse here. Day one, you started ripping on me for being bald.
You're bald?
It's two things we have no control over. You can't shit on bald people and not expect to get shitted on for your height.
Didn't yesterday he say his favorite thing about you was like joking about you being bald?
Yeah.
Something like that?
This is my favorite memory.
You got to take it in stride, man. You got to take it in stride, dude. If you're gonna go after bald people, your height is on the table.
I was joking about something else anyway.
Yo, what's up, boys? Why was the last episode censored? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the baby boys in the back? What's going on?
No, that's not bad.
What the fuck? What, Frank?
Yeah, it's not Frank.
What's going on? If there was ever a time for what's going on, bro? What the fuck? What,
It's like
Frank?
some AI shit. Yeah.
What's going on? If there was ever a time for what's going on, bro?
What's going on?
The Frank.
It's like some AI shit. I don't know. That's
Like
essentially
some
what it was.
AI shit. Like, I don't.
Like,
It is meant to be used on Yahoo Sports Network to alleviate a lot of work for a couple of our coworkers here who have had to go back in the past and manually take out every single cuss word, which
fuckload amount of work. Like
Yeah.
they're constantly and rightfully so bitching about all the shits and the fucks. And
we cuss a lot.
I got some bad news for you guys. Jacob still does that. It is so that we can be live on Yahoo Sports Network at the same time. We were previously being tape delayed because we would go back and manually move out the curses and then play that show.
You can't get them live. They're too edgy.
They're too edgy.
They're too
They
vulgar.
curse too much.
This is-
getting offended.
This
now.
is not to be seen on TV.
We
I love
actually
it.
just a moment ago went off Yahoo Sports Network. It ends at 3:30 Eastern, so we just left Yahoo Sports Network
because the cursing was too much. We overloaded the system.
But we are able to be censored there, so we come to you live on all your smart devices.
So was there a moment where we weren't censored on Yahoo Sports Network and it was just fucking?
No, that's what I was like frantically like stop saying fuck because I need to confirm if we're fucking it up.
Nah, fuck it.
Last voicemail. We ready for it?
We're ready.
I think so, man. I think so.
Hey, GC, it's Zach.
I'm sorry. That's this one.
Oh,
did Zach
dude,
actually? Oh, no.
dude, that's
I just
fucked,
wanted
man.
to point your guys' attention to another Connorism in the same vein as Sean Strickland, and it's from the boxing punching bag footage from the Monday show. Pretty sure Connor said Rody Codes when Cody Rhodes hit the punching bag. Just wanted to point that out for you guys.
I did say that on
All right.
purpose.
Cheers. Thank you.
That was
See ya.
it. That was the final one. I thought we were getting a
All
new
right.
a new
Cheers.
Zach
Thank
Brown
you.
one.
I know, me too.
Fuck, that's a huge disappointment. Yes, I said roadie codes on purpose. A thing me and my friends like to do back in high school would be the flip of the first letter.
Oh, wow, congrats.
Lank friends.
That was all of the voicemails.
Yeah.
No Zach, huh?
Can we just at least hear one of the Zach from last week?
Hey, Rick, this is
Hey,
Zach
GC,
Brown.
this is
Hey,
Zach
GC,
Brown.
it's Zach Brown. Just wanted to say thanks for all the love. We got Mauricio Hoofy against Michael Chan. Freedom 250 on the lawn. Got the ellipse with my band. Life is good today. Life is good today.
Yo, them all ending in sync is crazy. But there's nothing better than the fact that the White House one shined through them all.
You can hear it all the
just
way through.
dominated everyone because it's the best. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Thank you for all the voicemails. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much for calling in. Couldn't do that segment without you guys, literally, actually.
I need some Mongolian beef, man.
I need some fucking Mongolian beef. Shout out. Any super chats, Frankie? Super chats.
Which one of you guys is reading it?
I can. Josh, you want to go for it?
Jack, he's
I'll
pointing
go for
at
it.
you.
I'll go for it.
One
I
week
didn't see he was
remaining
pointing at me.
of the
Also,
Instagram.
can we just take a nod for this hat right here?
What hat?
I guess
bro,
you
we don't
guys
wear
can't
those
see
hats
it.
anymore.
Never mind.
No, take
Never
the hat
mind.
off.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm back there.
All right, I'll move on.
Was
here.
it red?
You have no vision to that. Oh,
No vision at all. Jake from Windy City said, "Did y'all see that the Chinese just held the first ever all robot MMA event, and they actually fight? All fun and games before those become T1000s."
I was aware. I did see that.
Can I jump in with this one?
Yeah.
So they named them T800s because they're like leaning into this thing.
Yeah.
But,
sketch.
the one thing I like about what AI has done to the internet is like people become more like higher critical thinkers. Like, is this real?
I don't
Is
think
this
that's true,
not?
by the way.
About people being more critical
Yeah,
thinkers?
I don't.
All right, well, let's think about that critically, shall we? But no, the thing is like these fucking robots, more than likely remote controlled, pre-programmed, a little bit of AI driving them. So like, let's continue to wait until they're like obviously fighting, because I think they would be so efficient. It would just go in there, decapitate the other one.
I want to ask you a philosophical question.
Let's just wait till they murder us. And then
Yeah, when it's like, and in the red corner, oh God, what is he doing?
You think that the
rep's throat out?
You haven't seen RoboCop 2, though.
You think that the majority of people who saw those videos thought that?
No,
as opposed to thought that the robots
Look, I was
are
trying to say something nice
Positive?
before I said something where I'm like, they're all fucking stupid.
No, they're all dumb.
But I do respect, and this is aside from this thing, I do like seeing people ask, is this AI, more than they used to.
It does feel like there's a little bit more speculation around things, but at the same time, a lot of people fall for a lot of shit that's clearly AI.
All day.
And how many of those people are just AI bots programmed?
That's
to
a
go?
great question. There are a lot of
It's
them.
AI all the way down.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my insight. You go for it.
I'm just waiting for the Real Steel actual comeback.
I mean, I'm down for that. That's just remote
movie.
control. That's
Goated
just you on the sticks.
No, but like
out
Hugh Jackman, like where
Yeah.
he takes control and you're punching in the corner sort of thing. You're
Hell
shadow
yeah.
boxing in the corner. That's tough.
That's my guy. Shout out Uncle Hugh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so next one we got fucking Leroy.
What do we say about the language check? It's clearly Efkin Leroy.
Sorry. In hindsight, do you think Tom made a mistake by signing with Eddie? He already had the championship sponsorship, and he seemed like he was really appreciated by the UFC to now seeming to be on bitter terms.
I don't think he's on any worse terms. Maybe
I was gonna say, did it feel like he was had a really good relationship
Yeah.
with the UFC? I did not think that.
I don't think he's on any worse terms. Well, a lot of people want to make a determination on this Eddie and Tom thing, Eddie representing Ian thing. It's way too early in the game.
We gotta see how their careers play out.
We have to see how this all goes. Like Tom's next fight could be defending his title against Cyril Gane in October, November, December. Who knows what this will be, but we don't know what the impact of this is yet. I don't think he's been like in a worse spot since signing with Eddie Hearn. I think him and Dana White were never really on the same page ever since the eye poke occurred. And they have some mending of the fence to do, in my opinion. But I don't think like he's hurt by this yet. Like there's really nothing to point to that.
I think before the eye poke, they weren't even on that much of the same page.
That's a good
Remember,
point.
the whole story going into that was Tom's dad going around Andy talking about, we're looking to go to boxing, we want to get paid more,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Like I don't think they've been on great terms as it was.
You're not wrong. So yeah, I don't think he's hurt. I don't think he's any more. Sorry, I don't think this hurt him in that regard.
Okay, so next we have Sammy saying, I'm going to start as a librarianship at my old school library. Shall I order Alexander Gustafsson book and encourage students to borrow?
Hell yeah,
Sammy from Sweden, obviously. Shout out to Alexander Gustafsson. What is his book?
What's the title of it?
The Mauler. Ooh, shout out. It's on Amazon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Stick a few MMA books in there. There's some decent ones out there.
Get Breathed by, who is it, Hoyce Hickson, Gracie? Alexander Gustafsson tells his story, Leif Erikson and Martin Svensson. Wait, one of the authors is Leif Erikson?
Probably a forward or
Shout out to Leif Erikson Day, man. Dingy dingy there again.
Shout out to Sammy, shout out to the Mauler. Yeah, definitely. Get these kids educated,
Life is good today.
Another chat from Sammy here saying, BITB and team have a great summer.
Thank you,
Thank
Sammy.
you, Sammy.
We appreciate that, Sammy.
We do.
It's you can see the end of it. It's only like 6 weeks away.
It's over for Josh and I. One more week. It's
One
over.
more week,
Crazy.
boys. One more week, man.
Yeah, so Adam Martin here says, which is more unforgivable, Guskov versus Jan, round 3, or Stevenson going 0-1 on takedowns against Ellison?
Don't forget. We don't forget that. It was Stevenson going 0-for-1 on takedowns against Elisha Ellison. I still need to print the shirts.
You need
I'm
the
working on
shirts.
it.
You need
I'm
the
working on it. I want to get it embroidered.
Is it Elisha Ellison like Muckleshoot vet? Like, do we really play it up? Is it like the BITB special, or is
It's
it
just
just
the stat graphic, Gable Stevenson.
And
0 for 1
him on the
takedowns.
bad shot. Is that it?
Sorry. No, that's not it. We
No, it's all
we
good.
have Jamie here saying, shout out GC for the name pronunciation on the show. Truly goated shit. Also, got beef with the intern that made me believe in Alvin Hines. Lost $100.
Fuck.
Josh, anything to say?
Just double down next time he fights. You'll be good to go.
Which could be on GNC and on Monday morning, right?
Not the car company, GNF.
GNF. Actually,
GNC is a
GFN.
GFN. Yeah, okay. GNC is the supplement company. GMC, General Motor Company. GFL, Global Fight League. What is it?
Protect your neck. Yeah, global.
Yeah.
GBGFN.
Yeah. Appreciate the love on the names. Still fuck up sometimes,
You
but
did a great job.
yeah. Shout out to you. And sorry you fell for Alvin Hines.
Nah, don't be sorry. Be happy you got there.
In hindsight,
Pretty good.
Any credible info on UFC 331 Arman versus Charles? I've heard nothing of the sort.
Man, Arman versus Charles?
331 in LA? I mean, I remember Arman alluded to that, but I don't think it's true.
Do we really want to see Arman and Charles this soon?
Again?
That
No. That would mean Arman's run was Charles, Dan Hooker, Charles.
Yeah, how is Arman not fighting for the title? If he's not fighting for the title, I don't know,
He
man.
fought once since UFC 300, dude.
I know, but like,
is that possible?
Well, he the canceled fight. He was supposed to fight Islam.
I know, but Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah,
put him in there for the title.
Put him
on.
Put him in for the belt. I hope not.
Ezra says, Musty Biscuits wants you to talk about Rolly.
Rolly Romero?
Maybe next time, Ezra.
Shout out Rolly.
Shout out to Rolly.
24-inch Dubs says Stacy Pita Chips Cinnamon Goated. I completely agree with
cinnamon
this
chips.
take. So good. So good.
You got to be in a certain state of mind, but
these.
Stacy's pita
That's
chips,
like a
period,
dessert.
are great. Stacy's
I gotta
pita
see
chips cinnamon with some icing, and you're dunking in the icing. Come on.
Oh wow, they are cinnamon
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah, they're great.
It's like a churro almost, right? Like
Yeah.
dip them in the icing.
Oh, shout out. Yeah. Stacy's pita chips, period, are fantastic.
Benny Avina says Limon Lays, and it ain't even close.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to the
Respect it.
Limon Lays. Respect. What am I going to do? Not respect that? I respect anybody's chip opinion.
And then this is the last one right here.
Okay.
Hakujin Otaku says,
Here we
Rick,
go.
blind rank
cover
these
'em.
5 horror movies.
Oh, these are good.
Ready?
Yep.
The Others,
5,
The Shining,
2,
The Witch,
3.
The Conjuring,
Fuck. This is the pivotal moment. 4.
lastly, The Ring.
Okay, 1. I don't hate that list. Actually, I like that list. List. That's solid as is. That's solid as is.
Shout out. Thank you so much for sending in the super chats. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the voicemails. Thank you so much for listening. But that is going to do it for this edition of the BITB. Make sure to watch The Crack tomorrow. Strap in on Saturday. There's a lot to watch. There's a lot to take in. Boxing, MMA, karate combat, BKFC down in Uruguay. A little bit of something for everything, as they say.
Everyone.
A little bit of something of everyone for everything.
Who's the check?
Yeah, I think that'll just about do it for
Brody Code
program. Who's on Sunday again? Zuffa Boxing at MSG.
Monday morning.
Theater. Infosys.
Infosys Theater, shout out. Crack tomorrow. Helwani show back on Monday. Enjoy the fights this weekend. We're out of here.